Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Welcome to Johnny Woodard presents Broken Simulation, starring Johnny Woodard and whatever schlep is willing to sit in the seat this week. This week is special guest Sam Tripoli. Hey, Johnny, how's it going?
Why is the schlep doing the intros? That's what I don't understand.
It's weird things. You have weird riders, bro. You have weird riders. Like, you've never heard, like, some of the crazy riders. Like, I guess Joe Rogan's rider on the road is literally Kevin James, and they just took his rider and put it to Joe Rogan's rider, and so wherever Joe Rogan goes, he gets like a fruit plate. I'm like, why do you ask for this? He goes, it's not mine. It's Kevin James.
He just copy pasted.
Yeah, that's all they did. They're like, just take it.
It's funny.
Yeah, dude. How are you, Johnny? Listen, guys. Listen, this show is exploding. People love it. A lot of great news about this show. Guess who's suggesting it to people? YouTube. Evil plan is working.
Yeah, if you're not getting the notifications from YouTube, make sure that you're clicking the bell icon.
Hit the
that
bell.
You're subscribed.
Hit the bell.
It'll give you a little push on your phone when we publish.
Yeah. So now they're recommending it, which is great, which means the evil plan worked. Right, Johnny?
I guess so.
Johnny, my brain goes all the time, and that's why I have 437 podcasts, okay?
Galaxy brain.
What's that?
How's your voice? Does it go thin? Like
all the time.
If I talk too much, my voice gets
all
thin.
the time, dude.
You just power through it. Huh?
Yeah.
And you're on even fasting now. You're still doing
Yeah,
podcasts.
I'm still fasting. I am into my third day of fasting. I've entered third day.
Now, I will say off the top that I don't believe. I still feel like you're probably cheating a little bit.
Well, Johnny, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. There's a couple tiny moments where, like, I get lightheaded. I'll have a cracker. Okay? But when I think fasting, Johnny, I'm like, no breakfast, no lunch, no dinner, no snacking. I know you think that it's only when I start to get lightheaded, like the smallest wheat thin or something, like whatever small one. And it'll be like one. Or then I'll have like a blueberry.
That kicks off all your digestion, though. Just one thing. That's not good. Starts that whole process, right?
Johnny, here's what we'd like to do, Johnny.
I'm doing this on
72
purpose,
hours, okay, and you have one blueberry and one fucking small chip and tell me how it is. I don't know why I'm doing this.
I don't either.
I do.
Wait, okay.
I do actually know why I'm doing it.
I'll give you, I'm going to say something
this.
Behind the scenes, though. Now,
It's not behind the scenes, you're saying it on
we were in here the other day, and Sam got a call, and some guy was on the phone
Joel.
Like, Are you bailing on me? What's going on
here? He thought
here?
I was breaking up with him.
Yeah, and he seemed to be kind of masterminding your fast situation. Well,
yes.
Who is this man?
I'm going to give you his name. I'm working with him right now. Okay, I'm going to give you Joel's whole name. Joel Stadley. Staley.
Staley.
Joe Staley. I'm working with Joe Staley's Fitness, and he's just... So here's the thing, Johnny. All right?
How do you know Joe Staley?
He just showed up.
He showed up, huh?
Yeah, he's like, dude, I do this fitness stuff. I got this Facebook thing. I'm a huge fan.
So he could be...
He could be a crazy
sent
person.
by the CIA to try to kill you.
100%. 100%. But I'm going to tell you something, dude. He's crushing it because I feel really good, and I love fasting because, like, dude, I'm telling you, I love the fast. I love it. 3 days is a little rough for me, but now all I have to do is get to bed. Once I get to bed, the next day gets easy for me. Because my body's used to it.
Yeah.
But it's like I eat around 6:30 every night.
When's your next meal after?
6:30 tomorrow.
Ooh, you got to go a whole day?
Dude, I just got to get through the night. That's the hardest part.
The night is the hard. I thought you meant going to sleep is easy.
Well, because if I don't eat, my body's like, hey, dude, we already did this 22s. Okay, what are you doing?
What's your shits like?
Dude, usually they're not that bad. And then occasionally it's like I'm shitting out an acorn.
That's not pleasant.
No, it's not. You're like, why is this extremely hard shit leaving me right now?
Yeah. Okay.
And like I got a type B hole, Johnny.
And
that's how I know.
People are commenting a lot about like why you're drinking your own urine. It's electrolytes.
Yeah.
He's drinking
people in my
electrolytes.
recovery are like, dude, you're doing drugs again, aren't you? I'm like, I'm not doing drugs. A lot of people think I'm on speed again.
Because of the weight loss.
Yes. Is it visible?
You're trimming up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. You're not weighing yourself?
I'm not.
That's
My
so-
goal is to get to 30 days of doing this.
What about has your pant size changed?
Yeah, my shirt feels better. I just feel lighter, but I don't want to weigh myself until I get till the 30 days, and I might do one way. It's not really about the pounds.
What if you get there and it's exactly the same?
It could be. It definitely could be.
Bye, Joel. Sorry, Joel Staley, but
No, I love fasting. I could see myself only eating once a day forever. Like that 2 hours, just eat, don't go crazy.
yeah, our relationship to food as a race is just all fucked up.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, you got to eat, clean your plate, all that stuff. It's all
I grew up that way, dude.
Yeah.
Pressure to just take every little thing off your plate.
So now,
Stuff your face.
So now I got rid of drugs, alcohol, basically food for a couple days. I'm just down to chronic masturbation, which is like what you do when you're fasting. Is literally you're bored and you just jerk off all day. It's just bored, and you get bored of porn. You're like, I'm like at my age, I'm kind of over it, dude.
Have you noticed that when you like those two urges are kind of combined, like hunger and sex drive are kind of like if you don't satisfy one, the other one kind of amps up a little bit.
Well, you know what's very interesting, Johnny? In recovery, they'll say you're drugging and drinking. You will take that energy and put into something else, and it will either be your working out, or sex.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that. It's kind of the life force, right? Or something
And
like
it's
that.
also like endorphins, right? Like the food gives you a little high.
Yeah,
And that's
for
why they
sure,
call
dude.
it comfort food, right?
Yeah, that's why you keep just tapping that bell, putting something in your mouth, in your mouth.
Yeah, and I would tell you that my eating, I didn't feel like it was like that crazy. Like I wasn't eating like dessert every meal. I wasn't going off. I was like
Soda, though. You still doing soda? Or did you kill it?
one day a week on Sundays. I get one
One a
Coke.
week. Wow. Full sugar soda, one a week. That's
That's it.
amazing. Wow. That's a
That's
big
it.
cutback for you.
Well, yeah, from one a day.
Yeah.
And before it was twice a day.
I do. I drink way more soda than that.
Yeah, but you have a like some people just have the
No,
metabolism.
I don't have a good metabolism. I got to cut back. It's starting to get to me.
But Johnny, you say you could just go days without eating. You don't care. You're just
no.
you're fit.
I mean, I can, but no, it's not easy. No, but I've done that before. Sure.
Dude, 2 days is good. Well, dude, when you're doing 1 day, 2 days seems crazy. When you're doing 3 days, 2 days seems nuts. It's fine, right? Like 3 days is nuts. Like this guy's like, I went 30 days without eating. I'm like, I have no interest in that. I just don't have any
Wait,
interest.
that's the guy.
No.
There was that other guy. I remember
he
you.
sent me a couple.
Do you believe that?
What?
That a man that you spoke to did 30 days without food, any food at
According to
all?
this guy,
According-
or this YouTube video, this guy went 30 days without food. I think it's definitely possible.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
You know, I think
As long as you
3
have
days-
water.
I think, yeah. I mean, like I'm drinking it like a motherfucker.
I just don't know at that point, are you getting any health benefits? Although they do find that these people that have been, subject to like extreme deprivation, they're long-lived people. They live a long time. People from they were in the Holocaust, or people that have been stranded on islands and they've been in like caloric deficits for extreme periods.
Yeah.
They have these longevity sort of markers like turned on in their
Like-
genes.
If you could go where you like eat like off 2 days, 1 day, you could eat whatever the fuck you want. I bet because it's just calories.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a documentary that I can't remember the name of about that, but about fasting and how it's even better than that. It's something like they found that once you get to like 14 hours on like fasting and then the rest off, you can pretty much at that point do whatever you want. And that's
Yeah.
eating in a 10-hour window. I mean, who can't do that?
So he gave me a choice. I could do 248s this week or do 172. And this is all about discipline to me. And even though you could be like, oh, I had a blueberry, or I had you could be like, you didn't do it. Dude, this is incredibly hard for me.
Do you tell him that you had a blueberry and stuff?
I've told him that before. Last week I was doing a bunch of 22s, and I said, hey man, I had to and we'll get into this. I had to have a piece of birthday cake because it was my daughter's birthday, and everyone's like, "You got to have a cake on the birthday." And like, to be honest with you, the hardest part of fasting is social fucking pressure.
It's just like booze.
To eat.
Just
to
like
eat.
booze.
Hey
yeah.
man, eat. I'm like, no, I'm fasting. Eat.
Just like booze.
Yeah.
What is this sustainable though? Is this something you could see yourself doing regularly the rest of your life?
I could do 22s for a long time. Where I only eat once a day, I could do. I don't miss the eat. I found myself. I really like it. It makes me feel better. You know. Yeah. I mean, at some point, maybe when I'm an old man, I'll just go fat fuck and just not care. Right? Just be like, Dad chunked out.
Those are the ones that don't do that though, are the ones that live. That you see those little old skinny ass men. Those are the guys that just fucking
Live forever
because
you're not doing a lot of. You're not making your heart work that much.
Yeah.
But you know, so can you go on and see? No, where was it on my Instagram? So Johnny Betancourt made a video of me, and dude, there's a scene in the
Fat Dragon Pro Instagram.
yeah. Keep going. That look how thick I am right there. Go back a little bit.
That's like the worst angle for a person.
Yeah, I know, but look at me, man. I have a serious gut right there.
Yeah, I hate looking at myself from that angle.
I know, but I feel.
Yeah, you've lost that for sure.
Look at that neck gut. Look at that neck.
Yeah.
I do miss the tail, though. I do kind of want to bring it back.
That makes one person in the entire fucking universe that wants you to grow that back, and it's not a good decision. I'm telling you, leave it.
You're saying I'm the only one who wants that?
Yeah. Although you did say the rat tail got you. That's what got you laid in college, right?
No, it was the long curly hair.
I thought you had a rat tail.
No, I had long.
Didn't you have a rat tail at some point?
I'm sure at some point in high school I did, but I had long hair down to here.
That's crazy.
I loved it. But as soon as you cut it, it's like bam.
You've had some very distinct like phases of hair and facial hair.
And I get bored.
Like you had the handlebar.
Yeah.
I've seen that era. I used that for a Photoshop today, actually.
Great.
That one's great. Any kind of
Johnny,
like,
it's good to know that you're constantly looking for ways to make me look stupid. Thank you.
Wait. You're saying that looks stupid? The handlebar thing?
Show them. I think.
Well, I mean, I have the Photoshop still right
Dude,
here.
by the way, worst picture, worst face, peanut butter hair.
Peanut butter hair. What does that mean?
You remember when I had peanut butter hair?
I don't even. When you got frosted tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they weren't quite frosted. All
Yeah,
the way.
they were
They
peanut
more
butter. Oh, look at that, dude.
You're leading the shib army in the battle.
Dude, that's great. I love my ship, dog. I love my ship, Johnny. I do. I fucking love it.
You will legit be. You'll have a lot of fucking cash if shib hits a penny, right?
Yeah. I have a couple coins. I position myself if they do anything like everyone's talking about. All right. Hey.
What did you just say?
I'm rich. Hey.
Oh, I'm rich, bitch.
Guys, if you want to see me live, I'm going to be in Las Vegas this Saturday night because this will probably come out after this Saturday, right? So
Sunday.
So February 19th, I'm live with my good friend and soon to be yours, Brian Callen, debate show, followed by a stand-up comedy show. And it is going to be the cheapest comedy show in Las Vegas that night. You cannot go anywhere else and see better comics than you're about to see on that stage for that price. You're never going to do it. It is the cheapest show you'll ever see. So go there, go to samtripoli.com, briancallen.com, aka deepwaters.com. Grab your tickets now. I'm so excited. I love Brian Callen. I love him. He's a wonderful dude. I love him.
Hey, everybody. I want to tell you a little bit about Magic Mind. Magic Mind is an elixir that helps you reach peak performance, body and mind. And we're happy to share a little information with you about their product. Magic Mind is the world's first productivity drink, and we could not be happier to have them sponsoring the show because Sam and I both have experienced the benefits of Magic Mind. Magic Mind is ideal for people like entrepreneurs, writers, creators, programmers, even podcasters. Anybody, basically, that really needs performance. Magic Mind is an excellent tool against procrastination and brain fog. I know that from personal experience. It gives you an extra edge, and that can make all the difference when you have to talk all day like I sometimes do. And Magic Mind is so confident in their product that they offer a money-back guarantee to anyone on their first purchase. That's unbelievable. If you're like me and you value knowing that you're performing at your best, at your peak, go to magicmind.com magicmind.co/broken and use the discount code BROKEN to get 20% off today. By combining a number of powerful nootropics, Magic Mind can sharpen your mind and help you get work done. Again, go to magicmind.co/broken. That's magicmind.co/broken and use the discount code BROKEN for 20% off today. Did you see the Saget, the cause of death thing? That's
a lot of interesting
huh?
stuff's going on. We have to walk very, very gingerly with this for a couple reasons. One, we don't
Can I just read the news story?
Yes, you can.
What interesting? What? Because it.
I just don't know what the overlords think is MISINFO. Okay?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just do it real flat and real matter of fact. They've concluded that he accidentally hit the back of his head on something, thought nothing of it, and went to sleep. No drugs or alcohol were involved. So head trauma.
So I have a problem with this because it's assuming something. That's my problem. Like, how do they know that? That's my only problem. Has somebody told him that did he say something? Oh, I fell. It's nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it could be. I mean, we don't know that, but I assume is what happened. They saw a sign of head trauma,
right?
And then they saw that he clearly wasn't in a position where he would have received the head trauma. He went to bed, and I mean, plausible, I guess. You know.
But the note, okay. But that is assuming. Listen. Unless somebody comes out and goes, "Yeah, he told me he fell."
Yeah, it could be.
I just can't buy into this story. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to get...
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because you're assuming something in an investigation.
They said no drugs or alcohol, to be clear.
And I get that. We all know what we think it might be, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that because we're not a channel that's allowed to say that, right? But we know what we think it might be, right? You have Heather McDonald. You have... I mean, like, it's... And listen...
Should we show that video?
I mean, is it legal? I mean, like, does somebody own it?
I don't. I think it was just like.
Are we allowed to use like due process or whatever it's called?
Fair use. Yeah.
Fair use.
Let's see.
I want to say something. Speedy recovery, Heather McDonald. I've never met you. I've never gigged with you, but I from afar, I respect your game. I think she works really hard. So basically what's happening is she is on stage at one of, like, for the long time, at the Tempe Improv. And people just understand Tempe Improv is where all the ASU, that's where ASU is. It was the premier club for forever, dude. It was considered like the #1 road comedy club in the country. Mm-hmm. Meaning outside the Comedy Store, outside like the cellar. Because it just had everything you'd want. It was great. Like, Arizona has always been a fucking phenomenal comedy
Better club than the LA Improv.
Well, you know, it's like, I like the LA Improv. If you catch it on the right night, it's a great club. Back in the day, when it was cooking, it was phenomenal. It was a great club. And
was that a hang ever, like the Comedy Store?
100%.
Like, would you have the same? I'm really curious about like what the scenes used to be. Would you have a scene of people that just were improv
all
people?
The time? Oh yeah.
That were, you know how you had like Comedy Store people though, that was their place.
Rita Piazza was there forever.
Who were the people that were there though?
Like Nick Swartzen, Owen Benjamin used to hang out there all the time. Steve Byrne.
What was the difference
Jeremy
between
Hotz,
those people and the people that were the store people? Would you say?
Store was the Outlaw Misfits for the longest time.
And then Laugh Factory to me is more like corporate, like LA.
Laugh Factory is more, Hollywood. I call it like the Disney of comedy. The more like, I call it, it would basically be pop comedy.
Improv is what, like a middle ground between those two or what?
Improv to more is more of where, you know, writers, people, you know, like they were more industry comics there.
Okay.
And the Comedy Store was more outlaw. And they all had their own vibes, and they all had insanely great comics that were kind of the house comics there.
If you didn't work the Comedy Store, which of those two would you think you would fit in
Improv
more?
for sure.
Okay.
But I mean, when I started at the Comedy Store, they put my name on the marquee at the Improv, and I got scared because at that time you couldn't play all 3 clubs.
Oh,
You were
really?
supposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
play 1 club.
Because of Mitzi?
Oh yeah, people would call.
Rat
On
you out?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, man.
Oh, hey, dude, I just saw Sam's name on a marquee. Is he? I'd like
That's
to do.
so funny.
Give me a spot. They do that all the time.
That's so funny, dude. Did you
They-
get any trouble?
So one day, Jamie Masada called. So there are a couple things
The guy that
happened.
runs the Laugh Factory.
He owns the Laugh Factory. He called Mitzi and goes, Mitzi, can we just please, comics are going to play all the clubs. In New York, they do that all the time. Can we be cool? And she kind of was like, okay. And it was about Ralphie May at that time.
Yeah.
So anyways, so if you go look at her podcast is I think top 20.
No shit. See, I don't know who she is.
Yeah. So my point being is she's getting great numbers. She's doing really well. She's doing great. And that's why I respect her game.
Props on the being thin, too. Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, and she if you look for a picture, Heather McDonald is super successful and pretty hot.
High five. You want to look at this?
Yeah. Okay. So here's what it is. Turn it down because I don't want that.
Yeah,
she's talking about how she's literally double vax, triple vax, booster, and she says she got the shingles vaccine as well. So she is just loaded up.
And she's kind of doing a little air hump or something.
Which is not wrong. I do a lot of air
but
humping.
like bragging. I'm a badass.
She's ready to go.
Yeah.
She's ready to go. Now, here's what gets into it. She takes a step forward. I think she goes.
She does. We will say she's got some significant heels on.
Yeah, she got super high. She starts to walk, right? And then here we go.
Oh.
Okay. Dude.
Then it just cuts to Martindale. Why?
That is not stunts.
No. Not
Go
the way
back
she
to the
fell.
end.
Hold on.
Because watch her head.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. This is on Instagram, so I'm not gonna be able.
Is she already back? Oh, she's already back.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
But she has a fractured skull?
She has a fractured skull. Yeah, this is her post. about it on
She's
Instagram.
talking about her own thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for her, dude.
But yeah, she just.
Oh, and is Martindale her co-host forever?
I don't know.
Will you look up because I'm happy because I love Justin Martindale. He's one of my favorite young comics at the Comedy Store. I've always thought he was great, and I'm super happy for him. And so, her podcast is called The Juicy Scoop, right? And she's really funny. So here we go. Something's happening. Look at her face. Stop. Did you see how she falls?
Yeah, I mean, just the kind of falling you can't fake. Yeah.
You can't, dude. She goes right on her fucking melon, dude.
Yeah, I don't think. I really don't know, but I don't think it doesn't.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that. She's bragging about all the shots she's gotten. This dumbass is clapping, not knowing what's about to happen. She does a air hump, which means she's ready to go. And that stop, it's coming. Right there,
Her
right there.
eyes get really weird.
Yeah, her eyes start getting weird. Right there, her eyes start to get weird, and she starts to freak out. And right there, something's going on.
Right. You can see her equilibrium.
Bam!
It reminded me of those people that have seizures on there, or
Yes.
strokes or whatever.
Yes. So I don't know what she's gotten in. I wish her.
Fractured
She
skull.
looks like she's doing great. So good for her.
Maybe don't get all those.
What?
Maybe don't get all those injections.
Yeah. I mean, so now Chelsea Handler has canceled her tour because something's happened to her supposedly.
No shit.
Yeah, she had to go to hospital for a scare. Not a fan of Chelsea Handler in any way, in any form.
She says everything's okay after her health scare. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh, here's a headline I really care about. Chelsea Handler and Joe Coy's relationship, what to know.
like imagine writing that. Like that's your job. Like what happens to your soul? Like what like you get up in the morning, make your coffee, and you go, what? Time to dumb down the masses?
Oh, yeah.
Time to dumb down
Well, dude,
the masses.
I have a unique perspective into that industry, but it's all about numbers. It's all about what you think will do numbers and getting numbers. Like anything that you think, they call it the curiosity gap. You need a headline that gives people just enough that they want to click. You know what I mean? It's like there's a little gap between that. You need that little extra piece of information to kind of fill in the headline.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
I'm
an
not a
art.
Chelsea Handler fan. Joe Coy and I, we're cool. We made up. We're from
What was your
Vegas.
beef? What was what happened?
We just had problems.
Okay,
We didn't like each other.
that's a good one.
And, we both were from Vegas, and you were either Joe Coy on Team Joe Coy or team on Sam Tripoli.
Really? What was characteristic of a Joe Coy guy, and what was
Pop
characteristic?
comedy,
Oh, really? Okay.
right? I basically am Doug Stanhope is the first of the Vegas scene, and then I basically created the Las Vegas comedy scene.
Did he come out of Vegas? Like
Yep.
He did. Okay. Where's
Yep.
he from? He's from the East, though, right?
I don't know where Doug. That's a great question.
I don't either. Let's see.
But Doug started that and got really good. This is how great listen.
He
When
sounds like an East Coast guy. Huh?
Doug Stanhope
He's from Worcester, man.
is the nicest person you'll
from
ever meet.
Massachusetts.
And that's why it's so funny when you listen to his act. And I say this all the time. Like Nick DiPaolo's like this, right? Like the dude is dark on stage, off stage, couldn't be a nicer person.
Yeah, that's what you hear about Hicks too. He's just
And I have a
family
real issue with I feel very uncomfortable around people that I look up to because I feel like I'm bothering them. And I always
is he
feel
one
like,
of those guys?
Oh yeah. Every time I see him, I'm like, I don't want to bother you. Hey, dude, how's it going? And I just scurry off. I did that with Mark Maron. I was like, Mark, I think you're probably one of the most underrated comedian writers out there. And I'm like, I'm uncomfortable, and I just walked right off. Right?
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just not good at that.
I'm that way too.
I'm not good at that. That's the game. Like I'm really into like what is the game that gets played, and like even that got flipped into being like seen. Oh, dude, he just plays the game well. It's like, but that's like life.
Well, and the fact that you're thinking about all that shit, though, the game and what it might be. Are you playing the game or are you not playing the game?
Yeah.
Do people
Yeah.
think you're playing the
Yeah.
game? All
Yeah.
that shit is what it's like to be
Yeah.
a self-aware, neurotic person.
Right.
And I envy the people that don't. Those people that you can be at like the Comedy Store or something and they just talk to anybody and talk their ear off. Even
Yeah.
though they're clearly not listening.
I don't
wish I
get
could be that
mad
person.
at people who play the game. Like I'll never get mad
Not
at
even
them.
that. I'm just envious of people that don't fucking live in their head like and torture themselves constantly about what they're doing.
Yeah, I go, it's comfortably numb. That's the term, right? You're comfortably numb.
Yeah.
You don't overthink it. And it's just like, Ari Shaffir said that to me a long time ago. Ari's like, you're always trying to work up here and everybody else is working down here. And I'm like, you know what? You're fucking
What do you mean
right.
by that?
Like I'm trying to do that, like early on in my career and still in my career, I try to put out like nothing but closers, right? Like every bit has to be a closer.
That's funny.
And I think like you just weird people out.
In times like these, having someone you know and trust and love to talk to is more important than ever. But even with the best relationship, you can hit a few bumps in the road. We've all been there, feeling unheard, having the same arguments over and over, or just not knowing how to move forward. Talkspace gives you unlimited access to a licensed therapist so you can clear up the confusion and focus on what matters most, and that's being the best person or partner that you can be. It's sometimes impossible to get perspective when you're talking to someone you have a personal relationship with. If you've hit a pothole in life or in a relationship, Talkspace makes it easy to connect with a therapist that can offer valuable and honest insight. You can get all the benefits of traditional therapy without the hassle and waiting. Your struggles and challenges are unique. It's time to talk to someone who understands that. Whether you've been married for years or you're re-entering the dating scene, they've got someone who can help you. Talkspace even offers couples therapy so you can work on your relationship with your partner at your side. No relationship is perfect, but with the right tools and insight, your relationships can get stronger every day. Join Talkspace today and start the journey to happier, healthier relationships. Just visit Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month when you use the promo code BROKEN as sign up. That's $100 off at talkspace.com, TALK space.com, promo code BROKEN.
So Johnny, you were doing a lot of flying. Tell us about that.
Oh, God.
Johnny
dude.
likes to fly home a lot to see his nephew. 'cause he
Yeah, my
wants to be
nephew
a-
had his birthday. Yeah.
And Johnny, you're a great uncle for flying
Well,
back.
dude,
for
it
that.
makes me sick to see. how much he ages, between the times I see him. Because, if I leave for a couple of months, he's doing like 20 new things that he wasn't doing the last time I was there. And it's, I always wanted my uncle to be a more part of my life when I was a kid, because I thought he was really cool. He was in the Army and stuff. And I kind of want to do that for him. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a big part of parenting too, is like you just like, I want to stop all the chaos that I feel like was put on me. And I'm sure your parents or my parents did the same thing. I'm not going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And, we just keep getting better and better. As people, I do think we can, and not that you were doing this or even I do, but we could overextend
You're right.
with the coddling and the loving and all that stuff. And
For sure.
I think that dads are having a real issue with that. Like, what do we do? Because you got to be a modern dad now.
Discipline too. You got. I mean, how do you do?
Like, how do you do that? It's like, like for me, it's like my goal is to try to keep these kids to not go to therapy because of me. Like, if they go to therapy, I just don't want to be the reason.
Discipline though. Thankfully, the uncles don't have to worry about that too much.
Yeah, you're like a weird version of grandparents.
That's totally it. I just buy him gifts.
You just take him the cool shit. You're like, hey, you want to go to a bar and drink your first beer?
We're gonna go to movies.
Come on, let's go to a baseball game.
I just show him Boba Fett. He hadn't watched Boba Fett. He liked Mandalorian, hadn't seen Boba Fett, so we kind of plowed through that.
Let's go to a bullfight.
I just get him any kind of toy he wants. But yeah. So I went back, and then on the way, I was flying out Sunday night at 6, American out of Charlotte. Got there. The flight it says boarding now. We're getting ready to board. And then it keeps saying that, and they're like, oh, folks, we're just going to be just a minute here. We're just waiting for a flight attendant to arrive. 15 minutes passed, 20 minutes passed. Everybody's just waiting like, what the fuck? And then they go, folks, we're gonna delay this departure time by a few minutes here. No problem. About an hour later, they're like, we're gonna be boarding in the next 10 or 15 minutes. If you want to go take a walk, just go take a walk. So I took a walk. And when I got back, nobody was at the gate. And I'm like, oh shit, did I miss my flight? Then I had a pop-up on my phone. Your flight was canceled. And I'm like, oh fuck.
So that was in Charlotte though.
Yeah, in Charlotte. Yeah. And then so I realize now that I'm supposed to go to this somebody from American directs me to a customer service line.
The worst.
That everybody from that flight's already in.
Yeah, so you're last.
And so I get the big idea. I'm like, all right, I'm going to call customer service and then get around it. And then I call, and they're like, we will call you back. Your wait time will be 4 hours.
No, or they're like, we see you on the phone. Hang up and wait your turn.
I don't trust that, first of all. I think if you wait, you get it sooner.
I think that's a big problem right now with call centers, dude. I mean,
what do you mean?
Dude, how many times do you try to call a fucking company, right? And you can't talk to a person?
Oh, every time, yeah.
Like, that is where the war between man and machine is going.
I just hit 0, 0, agent. I just say it over and over again until finally.
And you just can't get to it. And I think people are going to get real sick and tired of that very quickly.
Until up to the point that it gets to where you can't tell the difference, which I don't know if it ever will. But yeah, so then before I even got to the front of the line, like the computer system rebooked me on a flight to Austin, Texas. And I'm like, okay, that's good. I'll connect in Austin. And then I realized the flight to Austin has a 9-hour layover in Austin. So I'm getting to Austin, and I'm just, stuck in the airport until morning, and then I fly to L.A. So I start to call my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm going to cancel this and take it. Can you come pick me up at the airport? And because she's
like, no.
She had left like an hour ago. It's a 2-hour drive. And she's like, really? And I kind of felt bad for her. So I was like, you know what? No, I'll go walk around Austin. See what's going on. I haven't been to Austin since I was like a kid.
Do you still think your mom loves you?
Yeah. She does.
Okay, but was there doubt?
No,
my mom won't drive an hour.
No, she would have. She would have. I felt bad. The way her voice was like, really? And I was like, okay. So then I sit down because the flight wasn't for another hour and 45 minutes. It was like 9 o'clock or something at this point. And so I sit down on the computer and start doing some work. And then I get another pop-up on my phone. Your flight to Austin's been canceled. But the second leg of the flight, Austin to L.A., was not canceled. So they still have me in the system. It's going from Austin to L.A. somehow. So it wouldn't let me rebook like it did last time
Oh
because
my
they thought I was in
God.
Austin now somehow. Magically, I just appeared in Austin.
Yeah, what are you, genie?
Yeah, so then I go get in a line and wait for a good 40 minutes. And I get right to the front of the line, and this woman comes up to me and is like, hey, actually, we're going to take you to another line where there's customer service representatives waiting because this one's going to be a while. And I'm like, but I'm right here. Why don't I just go on this? And she's like, sir, let's just go to this line. And I'm like, okay, fuck. So we walk 15 minutes across the fucking
Was
the
it
airport.
just you and a woman?
It was me, that woman, and then
What
one
did this
other
woman look like?
She's black, like big
That's
hair.
who they send in now.
Oh, really?
Black women are they run customer service because they don't give a fuck
You're right.
about your feelings.
It was all black women. Yeah.
Nobody gives lip to black women.
That's so
Black
funny.
women don't take your shit, and that's why they're always in customer service
That's so
places.
funny.
They're like, what's wrong? I don't give a fuck
That
about
was
your
it,
feelings. Like, dude, whenever you lose your bag, who do you go talk to? Black woman who does not give a fuck.
You're so right, dude.
She's like, get here, fill this out. Bye, Felicia. Go.
So I get to this other customer service desk, and I talk to this guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, man, but it looks like there's another flight out of L.A. that's about to depart."
You mean out of here, out of Charlotte?
Yeah, it's a direct flight to L.A. from Charlotte.
Oh,
yeah, that's
snap.
about to depart. I'll try to get you on this, and he's like, "Oh, you're actually gonna be on the wait list." And I'm like, but really, I'm probably not going to get on, right? Because everybody that was on that earlier flight's already been
and
put on
Johnny,
the
are
wait.
you trying to be cool hand Luke right now?
I'm trying not
You're like,
to.
I'm not going to yell at you.
Yeah, exactly.
And just try
and
to
he's
steal
like,
your
well,
soul.
let's just try it, and then I'll book you on the flight that goes out first thing in the morning also, in case you don't get there. So then I have to walk back completely on the opposite side of the airport that I just fucking came from.
People do not understand how ridiculous the Charlotte airport is.
Yeah, it's not.
It is literally like, feels like 47 football fields put together.
Yeah, it's long.
Like, dude, you can land to be like, your flight boards in 30 minutes, and you will literally have to like run, take a break, maybe a quick nap, keep running, and keep running, and then guess what you got to do? Run some more. I mean, it has got to be the longest, craziest airport,
And
right?
this flight was boarding. And I think Chicago's probably crazier.
Now, do you like to get on the automatic walking
do.
machine
If they're not
just
allowed
to
people
run
on it.
fast?
Yeah, if there aren't
faster?
people on it.
And do you feel like you're the bionic man? Boom, boom, boom,
It's great, dude.
boom.
But I got
You're
stuck
like, look
beside
how
some
fast-
woman on her phone, this big ass woman, and she
Yeah.
wouldn't move. So I got fucked.
Yeah.
So I get there, and there's another black lady.
Can I just say one more
Yeah, go ahead.
thing?
Yeah, of course.
I can't stand when they put me on a bus or a train to go to somewhere else.
It's terrible. Oh,
I'm
the trams? Yeah,
Why am I
fuck that.
going? What are we
Yeah.
doing here?
Who did-
if
who
I
laid
wanted
this
to
out?
take a bus, I'd go Greyhound. Get me next to my fucking flight.
Yeah, I should be getting some money back for any bus that I have to
Any
get.
bus. I better get a stamp so I get like enough
in Vegas
punches.
now, where you have to go on those trams.
I can't
hate
stand
it.
the trams. And you hold the thing. You're just
Yeah.
like,
Ugh. I need just like I can do a car and a plane. That's it.
and it's just like the weirdest people on the tram.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen an attractive person on the tram? And by the way, I'm sure they're saying that about me as well.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're all just like.
Like, have you ever gone down to the and we'll get finish your
I
story.
hate trams.
You ever gone down to LA traffic court?
No, of course not.
Dude, they are
I
giving
drive really
tickets
well.
to the unattractive. They're giving tickets to the unattractive. There's nobody good looking at traffic court.
I'm sure there's some other guy that got home and was saying the same thing. too.
Yeah, and they're like, dude, I saw this guy. I think he's Armenian. He's dressed in the suit. Who goes to the suit?
got such super heavy legs, man.
Super
chunky
heavy.
veins.
Oh,
and it's
by the way,
like-
I got some update on that.
Yeah,
Go
we
on.
need an update
But,
on that for
so you and the lady, you're walking over there. You get to the airport.
No, it's just me at this point. So
Okay.
I'm going with my new
Did
boarding
she
pass.
go save yourself? And she just like died in the bushes.
She got the fuck out of the way because she knew I was gonna be pissed. And then I finally get there, and there's
And by the
another
way, just
black
so you
lady.
know, Johnny can get snarky as fuck with people.
I get angry. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets angry.
And
You
so
know?
I get there, and there's nobody at this gate. And except
You're all-
this
it's
woman.
like a zombie land.
There's one woman there behind the thing, and I say, "What's the deal with this?" And she's like, "Oh, that flight's already gone." And
Was she smoking a cigarette going, oh, honey,
I go,
that flight's already gone.
are you fucking kidding me? And she goes, yeah, I don't know why he put you on this flight, Doesn't make any sense. And I'm
Johnny,
like,
how
oh,
much did you
shit.
stomp back? Were you just
Well,
like,
I knew it. I knew that was going to happen, and I was boiling. But I didn't want to get mad at her because she was a black woman, and she would snap me
it's
off.
a bad time, white-black relations.
Yeah, but she would
You don't
break
want to
me.
do a hate crime. So she's a big black chick?
No, I just mean like she would say some shit that would just like I couldn't say anything back. I would lose.
You have to take it. That's why
So
they have
then-
black chicks in customer service.
I tell her like, well, I am booked on the next flight out in the morning, so he said you could print my boarding pass for that down here, and she goes, yeah, let me look at that, and she goes, oh sugar, you're booked on the flight for Tuesday morning, not Monday morning. You're gonna have to go back down there, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And so she printed out a thing, and I had to go back down to that motherfucker. And when I get back to that place where there was no line before, now the line is 40 fucking minutes long. There's a bunch of people sitting around eating Bojangles chicken sitting on the wall.
Oh,
just
that's
waiting.
never good, dude.
Oh,
That is
dude.
like a vulture when you're stuck in the desert. You know death is coming. When you're at an airport and you see Bojangles chicken,
just people
that
sitting
is a
around.
sign of like death is near.
And they're going around like, this Bojangles is good. I heard them talking about it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, how long have they
Have
been
you ever
here?
had Bojangles?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
I had Popeyes, dude. I did not enjoy that chicken sandwich.
No, Bojangles, though. I don't go for chicken
Should I
sandwich.
try it again when I'm not
I'm not
fasting?
a Popeyes guy. I don't know. I
It
like
was
their
not good.
their
I'm like,
breakfast sandwich.
Go!
I get a country ham and cheese breakfast sandwich from Bojangles.
I
It's
love
killer.
breakfast sandwiches. So they're eating Bojangles, which sounds like it's super racist to me.
So I wait in this line with my fingers crossed that I get the same motherfucker that just fucked me out of like 2
Are
hours
you like,
of my
I
life.
wish a motherfucker would?
Oh, I prayed it, and I don't get him. I get this another
Is he
black
down
lady.
the thing? You're like, no, I'm waiting for fuckface fucker over here.
I couldn't, and so I get another pleasant black woman, and she gets me. She's like, oh shit, he really fucked up, huh? And she books me on the right flight for to go out in the morning, and then I realize, oh wait, they didn't give me because I'm gonna have to spend the night in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And so they hooked me up with a hotel, and
Nice.
it was like a Marriott, like courtyard.
Not the Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. No.
Holiday Inn Express is the shit.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if we can get sponsorship from them.
you big Holiday Inn Express.
And,
guy.
and then what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to do a calendar
I'm a Hilton
of
guy.
all the hottest fat-ass housekeepers they got.
God.
Dude, should we do that? We should make that
It's
calendar.
the wrong climate for that, I would say.
What, fat-ass fucking housekeepers?
Yeah.
Why? Why, if I'm sexually attracted to them, is that like oppression?
So I bitch to them, American, like
Johnny, you don't want to touch that?
I'm almost done. I bitch to these people, and because I paid for the flight with points, which is something. Points are so worthless that as much as I fly, I can buy like one free flight a year. As much as I fly,
And you fly
with
a
points.
lot, Johnny.
Yeah, I fly a lot, and so they say no, we're not giving you anything. We're not giving you half a refund, not a quarter of a refund, not shit. And all I got out of this whole fucking debacle, which by the way, American had 30% of their flights canceled because of weather. That was 2 days before. Everybody was just in the wrong place, all the crews and stuff. They gave me $12 for food. That's what they gave me.
$12.
Yeah, I still have it.
That can't even get you a fucking yogurt from the front desk.
No, I spent $19 on fucking ice cream at Cold Stone tonight.
It's Johnny. It's just offensive.
That was a nightmare, dude. And I finally, I didn't sleep at all. I didn't in the hotel because I knew I had to get up really early and I was worried about being late. And also, they made us take cabs. Instead of giving us a value like money for Uber or something like that, we had to take taxi cabs. Like it's
And they didn't
fucking
pay for
80s.
it.
No, they paid for it. But it's like, I mean, who wants to take a cab? I had to call a cab.
They didn't have cabs there?
No, to get back to the airport
Oh, okay.
at 5 a.m. to wait, 30 minutes for somebody
And
to come
can
pick me
you sleep when you know you have to grab a flight the next
No, I
day?
can't. No, now I slept on the plane like a baby. I sleep really well on the plane. And
I
the-
plan to sleep on the plane.
Me too.
I
Yeah.
think it's time travel.
oh, it is, dude.
I
used to-
hate when you're up the whole flight. You're like 5 hours, and then you're watching I'll watch this rock movie.
I was so tired. One time I woke up leaning on the guy next to me. I hate doing that. When I felt really bad about it. But I passed. I used to pop half a Xanax, and that is like time,
Xannies, bro.
that is like time travel. Like you wait.
You love a Xanny, dude.
No, not really. I don't love it because I lose time on it and like forget where I've
How
been.
do you do it? Snort it?
What the fuck? No,
I don't know, bro.
Take it
How
as
weird do you
prescribed.
get?
But no, dude, you blink and then you're there. Like you
Yeah.
don't remember what happened. You don't remember if the pilot had jokes.
Johnny, heavy legs update. Heavy
Oh, yeah.
legs.
I'm excited.
Heavy legs update. Heavy legs update.
What are we doing? Are we gonna see?
Heavy legs.
No, don't. Just lift it up from the bottom. Oh, yeah, that's way better.
Yeah.
It's just gone, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sam's got his chunky. He had a big chunky vein. He sent me a picture of it.
Big ass vein, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
yeah.
it on the camera?
It got on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Big
now it's
ass
just
vein.
gone. It just disappeared.
Gone.
Wait, was it laser? What did they do?
So they do this thing, Johnny, where they fucking.
By the way, I just want to ask you, did you feel like you wasted your money on cool sculpting now that you just did all this fasting shit and lost
Yeah.
that weight anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I got to meet a hot chick.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Nothing.
Yeah,
She
okay.
was like, hey, man, I'm like, hey, I need to grab my phone. She's like, I'll get it for you. I'm like, oh, it's in my pants. And she's like, I'm not grabbing that. I go, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it's in my pocket and I'd like to grab it. I'm sorry.
That's the worst.
Right? I didn't mean it like that at all.
But if she had been like, oh, I'll get that, then
Yeah.
you would have been.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I dude, today you got to just, women have really fucked themselves. They've made it so sterile now that's like, why even bother?
Dude, though, that's why so many of them are getting into BDSM is because nobody can, there's no line. The line is so far pushed back that way.
Well, it's so weird. It's just like the rules are so stupid because what happens is a majority wants something, but this small minority that's very vocal and gets amplified makes you think it's chaos, right?
Yeah, and then it makes women are torn with this thing like they feel like a bad feminist if they don't go along with that shit. You know what I mean?
But anyways.
Yeah, how'd
so
this go?
It feels great, Johnny.
You had the surgery how long ago? Or the operation?
A week. So update, I had to get another little thing done.
Oh, well, go ahead. Okay, so when was the first thing?
Was 2 Mondays ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
2 Mondays ago. So today's Wednesday, so it was a week and a half ago. I had to wear a fucking compression sock for a whole week.
Wait, when did you get the second thing then?
2 days ago. Monday.
So you have it, and then what after it? Did it hurt? Like what? The first surgery?
No, because they would do local anesthesia. So it was, but they'd be like, it's about the pinch, and you would just know they were like.
Oh yeah. And did it feel better after?
Oh, dude, immediately felt better. My
Really?
knee felt better. I'm getting used to moving my knee again because it was really like this back leg was fucking the alignment up.
What did it feel like? Just like a pressure, like a what?
Yeah, it just felt like my knee would hurt all the time because it was just out of line.
Aching.
And then, because it's like you're having problems with blood flowing. So it just felt like you had this like kind of blood cast around the bottom of your leg.
Oh, just heavy. It just felt heavy. Super heavy.
Super heavy legs, bro.
Our bodies just we're trapped in these things, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, they have a little difficulties here, they're like, but they're pretty amazing, and we just don't give them a chance to heal themselves. But today, Johnny, I went back to Krav Maga, learning kill with my hands. I could kill you right now, Johnny, if I wanted to, but I choose not to.
Fucking idiot.
Okay? I choose not to, dude. I mean, I love Krav Maga so fucking much. I can't express to you enough how much I love it.
How much of what you learn in Krav Maga would be legal in UFC? Like, what percentage would you say?
I mean, at this point where I'm at, a lot of it.
Really? Okay.
A lot of it.
So
A
the
lot of
early.
it.
So
Well,
what
today I
you're saying
learned a
is like
hardcore dick punch.
Well, that's not legal. Okay.
Yeah. So today, but the basics, a lot of it. Do you do any workouts, Johnny?
Not really. I walk a lot. Not as much now that I am spending more time on the west side, but yeah, I
But the
walk a
west
lot.
side's the best side.
Not really in Culver City where I am. It's not like my apartment's in West Hollywood, and I love walking in West Hollywood. I think it's great.
I love, dude. I mean, like, man, I'm thinking maybe I need to get out of LA still, dude. I mean, even though we're starting to go back, right? And that Crypt Keeper, I know we talked about in Tinfoil Hat, but
How's the Valley? I heard the Valley's okay right now.
Valley's great. It's a lot of brown though, dude. It's very 70s still. Like it's
What do you
still
mean brown?
70s.
Brown
Brown
people?
was just huge in the 70s.
The color
The color brown
Oh, okay.
was just huge in the 70s. I don't know why that was, but people love the color brown. I don't know why people like poop color. I don't know why. It looks like poop.
Speaking of brown, how high was XG today during Tinfoil?
Dude, he came in smelling like
well, that's what you said. He smelled like weed, and I said he looks like weed.
no,
I mean,
really, he smelled like weed. And now we know why he falls asleep half the episodes.
he was so high.
He comes in and he's like fighting I've been there, dude. You ever done that where you got long nail and you just like jamming into your skin to bring a
stay
little
awake?
pain to stay awake?
Oh yeah, dude. I used to driving. I've had that happen plenty of times where I fall asleep driving. That's the worst, man.
That is I'm like down to 8 Red Bulls.
I got the cops called me one time, and I got pulled over, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, officer. Like trying to stay awake.
So can you go to jail for that? For being sleepy?
You can get a ticket, I think. Yeah, but it's. I mean, I didn't. He didn't see it. Somebody else called. He said somebody else called, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I think what happened. I remember I kind of hit the rumble strip, and like pulled back on.
Oh, I like that.
But I was, yeah.
So-
I've driven like late night sleepy.
So Johnny, a lot of things going on. Very excited to talk about. Okay.
So excited that you can't remember what they are.
No. I just want to see if this is the last thing so that you can get into all your stories.
I'm done with my stories. Chris Neff keeps sending us texts, by the way, updating us on this poll.
Nobody
from
cares,
Cash Dad.
Chris. Please stop. Nobody cares about your stupid poll.
I just want to. Can we talk about Ari versus Rapaport real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's Ari, our buddy, got
I love Ari Shaffir.
either slapped or punched in the face by Michael Rapaport.
I think he slapped once, punched once.
Oh, is
Maybe.
that
I don't
what
know,
came?
but
Okay,
I heard it was a
interesting.
slap.
And it's because apparently on a podcast he said that, in addition to the Kobe thing, which we all know about, he said that Rapaport like hits women or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
Rapaport
yeah.
apparently has some kind of thing in his past, like a court case or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he saw him and he hit him, and Ari just kind of took it or something. Is that what you heard? Yeah.
Well, there's a lot going on here.
Have you heard anything more about it? I haven't heard much.
I
about
haven't looked into it, and I'm really amazed it hasn't been more of something.
Me too. Yeah.
So, did it happen at the Stand or the Cellar?
I heard it was the stand. The stand. That's what
Okay,
I
I love
thought.
the Stand. They're a great club. They're a lot of fun. I love them. Whenever I'm in New York, I like playing the Stand. A lot of things going on here. A lot of things. Michael Rappaport's mad, doesn't
Stand,
like
yeah.
me. I don't even think he thinks about me, to be honest with you. But he got really mad at me because someone put out this funny video of him because he was talking about we're having a pandemic of the unvaccinated,
Yeah.
right? And then by the end of the video, he's like, I'm a super spreader. And it was super funny.
You were watching him in real time. It dawned on him that the fucking powers that be are just fucking with us.
Yeah. But I even still think he still follows that narrative, which he can do. I mean,
He's the bad boy who bends over for the government, basically.
well,
you can't have
here's
it
what I
both
want to
ways.
say about all that stuff. And there's a lot of people I love. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I like Michael Rapaport.
I think he's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think he did some
Good actor.
punk ass shit I respect the punching of Ari. What I don't respect is the doxing of Ari.
Yeah, we should say when that Kobe shit happened, he was one of the first people to put it out there in like a negative way, like, "Hey, let's get this guy." And
Yeah,
then
but
he doxed him. Yeah.
He doxed him. And it's like, okay, dude, you have a problem with this guy, go settle it with him.
Yeah.
To dox his family, dude, and dox where he
People were
lives.
calling his parents.
Like, what
harassing
are you
his
doing,
parents.
man? Like, you get that.
Old landlords.
And then we got him complaining about Kevin Durant, calling him a slur, which, you know what the slur was? He said to suck his dick. That's what
a slur. That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
because he got mad because he talked about his wife. And I'm like, dude,
He's so touchy.
but it's like, you just did the same thing that you're bitching about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, dude, I don't care. There's people I hate, right? And I've been vocal about them, right? I would never dox them. I would never give any of their personal fame. I would never fuck with their family. That's not who I am.
You would just fight them at a parking lot of their choosing.
Dude, there's some people I would fight. They've been in hiding, and I will find them. I make no doubts about it. We're having a day. We're going to have a day. Okay? We're going to have a day. I don't care if you're on your ventilator. I don't care what the fuck's going to happen. We're going to have a fucking day. You got to come up for breath sometime, motherfucker. And when you do, people are going to find you, and I'm going to fuck you up.
And he doesn't have a chunky vein anymore, so get ready.
I'm telling you, dude. Dude, you just don't go after people's families, dude.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not talking about Rapaport on that. But, so he got mad at me when I put that video. He's like, you don't pay anybody anything. It's like, no, Rapaport. I didn't
don't pay
pay
anybody?
At at Comedy Chaos. I would have Rapaport on, and I'd give him a certain thing that I thought, and he would say, I don't pay anybody. Guess what? I'm known as the best paying show out there. I didn't pay Rapaport because he's brand new to comedy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
he thinks it because he's got credits as an actor.
He should be getting
yeah,
Joe
I got you.
Rogan money?
Yeah.
No. Rapaport's great.
Yeah. But he's not like a draw at a comedy club.
I mean, some places he'll fill, yeah. I mean,
okay.
but dude, at the same time, it's like, what you're learning right there. I'm not gonna give you
Where was he going on the show?
he'd go up early, he had
Yeah,
to.
of
You
course,
couldn't
yeah.
put him in with the Savages.
Well, then that's stupid. Then
Like Whitney would get mad at me because I put her early. I go, hey, who do you want to follow here? She'd be like, okay. It's like, dude, and I would set people up to succeed. Yeah. But when he goes up and punches Ari and slaps him, I respect that. I don't think people should be fighting people.
I don't either.
I don't. But dude, you got problems with somebody? Go say something. It's like Anthony Jeselnik when he's like talking about like Tim Dillon, right? I love Anthony Jeselnik. He's got some jokes I find weird, but I love Anthony Jeselnik, right?
Did he cheap shot him, or have you heard? Did he?
No, he walked up to him and I think he punched him.
Okay, so it wasn't like a. Oh, that's
And then Ari put his chin out and he punched him again. From what I was told, allegedly.
And I've seen video of Ari in the meantime, and he looks fine. So it must not have done too much damage.
Yeah. I mean, the guy pulled over the owner of the club and said something to him and then punched Ari, which is fine. But the act is what I'm about. It's like, don't be a troll and then run. I respect Ari for sitting there taking it, and I respect Rapaport for dealing with it like a man. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that's the way you deal with it. Hey, man, you talking shit about me? I mean, again, Anthony Jeselnik, when Tim Dillon was like, oh, he's this, and this, you know, I just got to spend time doing small talk with Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah.
And then Jeselnik's like, you know, when I see Tim Dillon, what I'm going to do? I'm going to make small talk. I'm like, that's not the answer, bro. The answer is you go fucking smack that dude.
Yeah, I see.
Not smack, but ask him, you got a fucking problem?
Yeah, that's it, maybe. But I think Rapaport is caught up in this whole machismo, like, hey, I'm a man, I gotta fucking throw my balls on the table here. Dude, especially with like the Kobe thing. That's not your fight. You know, you're not Kobe's family.
Yeah.
Not, you know,
well, it's just an overreaction.
Get over it, dude. You're too
you're
sensitive.
doxing
You're
people.
too sensitive. You're supposed to be tough. You're sensitive. You're sensitive. You're like a little fucking woman.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, like, I respect him. I don't want anyone hitting Ari. I love Ari. He's my friend. But I respect that move. I just respect it. Like, there's too many dudes.
No, I don't. Not walking up to somebody who.
Sorry, dude.
No, but think about it. Now,
I'm surprised
anybody
Ari
walks up
hasn't
to
been
you-
punched more.
but
And I'll
any-
defend Ari to the
to
end
me,
of the
that's
day.
a cheap shot. To me, you should come up to somebody and be like, hey, let's fight. Name the time and place.
No, what is this, school?
No, yeah.
If I go up to you and go, hey, man, you fucking talking some shit, dog? What the fuck's up?
Yeah,
right?
that's different. Even that, it would be okay. But it sounds like he just walked
I
up to him
just
and
think,
punched him.
like, we've gotten so far away from like dealing with shit like proper.
Yeah, because there's such a thing as assault, you know?
Well, that's my problem. Like, there's some people I know that like are super trolls of comics, and then when the guys get in their face, they threaten to call the cops, or they get pushed, they call the cops. I respect that, man.
Well, yeah, but and there's a reason you don't do that, and I agree. I do think there's
Like,
got to
there's
be
so
some
many people who
consequence.
talk shit
But
because there's no
you could ruin your
consequences.
life with. I mean, that could be on Rapaport. That's the risk. You know, he knocks Ari out. Ari hits his head and dies. Rapaport's going to jail.
That's why you got to punch him and hold him. You grab, punch, you hold him, and
Yeah.
then you set him down.
Even that's no guarantee.
Well, you know
It's
what?
so
Then
dangerous.
it sucks. Then everyone could just talk however they want to.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
believe
so,
in
yeah.
violence.
Sticks and
I don't
stones.
think you should just do random violence.
But you see, I feel like this is kind of a in conflict to this other thing. You say that this new generation is so offended by words because those are the only things that hurt them. But what I'm seeing is guys like Rapaport, that words are making them so butthurt that they have to go fight somebody.
I know, but Johnny, they're like to get like
Not even words about them, words about Kobe Bryant,
But
the
he
biggest
did say
dickhead
something
on the
about
planet.
him, right? That he hits women.
but before that, Kobe Bryant was the thing he was pissed off about first.
Yeah, the Kobe thing was emotional to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even like Kobe, and I was emotionally affected.
I thought the Ari thing was hilarious.
But I get that thing too, and I thought it was funny too because I understood that's what Ari does.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. If we're gonna say this current generation is so sensitive by being affected by everybody's words, then we gotta own that in ourselves too.
No,
think.
I get that, Johnny. I totally get that. But there are things that cross the line, right? There are
yeah, and I
things that cross the line.
don't think that was it.
The beating of the women?
No. What Ari said about Rapaport, I don't think crossed the line.
About him beating women.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if he went to court for it, it might be a touchy subject.
Yeah,
But that's
okay.
what Ari does. Ari is an edgelord, right?
Yeah, it wasn't like he was on Fox News, saying it like it was a fact. He's a comedian doing comedy.
He's probably on something that gets a super huge listen, and I'm not saying
No,
Ari
I'm just
needs to
saying
get
it was a joke.
when everybody was going after Ari, I defended him. I was like, hoping fucking violence on him. Like, dude, listen, I don't think you should go beat up Ari because he said, "Hey, man, Kobe died, ha ha ha." If he says something about your family and you think
That's
it went
my
too
one
far,
line is family.
okay,
Yeah, that's my
then
only
you have
line.
a right to go take care of some shit.
Family is my only line.
It's like, dude, even though I said this before, the mob, okay, the mob and the FBI had a deal. You don't go after families.
Yeah. You want to do reviews or do you want to do voicemail?
Let's do reviews, then voicemail. Can I, while you're looking that up?
Yeah, please.
Can I tell you about a couple weeks ago, my daughter celebrated their second birthday.
Oh man, that's cool. That's a
It
good
was
one.
so great, dude. And it's so funny because your first 2 years of your children's life, these big moments like Christmas, if you're Jewish, Hanukkah, birthdays are more about you than it is really them.
If you're a non-existent person, Kwanzaa.
Yeah, right? So you do this elaborate thing because you want them to feel like, because you know how important birthdays are to kids.
You almost hope it gets absorbed somehow.
But that
right?
age, they don't care.
Yeah.
It means nothing. They get excited about balloons, but you're doing all like Christmas, like open the gifts. They're like, what are we doing here? Okay, you gotta help them open the gifts.
Yeah.
So we threw a big party. Now, here's the thing. My kids are COVID kids, right? Meaning that they've been isolated forever, so they don't have a lot of kid friends their age yet.
Not socialized.
We're about to put them in schools, right? That's what we're about to do. So they're going to start having friends and socializing and all that stuff.
When you go to the park, are you seeing parents that are like really freaked out about like you try to get your kids to meet their kids and they're like, oh god, no.
No, everybody's really cool, man. It's like really crazy.
People are kind of getting over it, right?
No, I mean, there are still people at the kids' park outdoors with masks on and their kids are wearing masks. And you're like, what? And I can't.
Outside.
Yeah.
Even the official narrative says that nobody's getting it outside. Where are they getting their information? These
They're
people?
not. They don't. They're stuck in 2020,
Just
2019.
idiotic.
Right? So we decide to get a huge. So we invited Off the Grid.
Yeah, off the grid, Brian.
Like I was gonna invite you and XG, but I thought, like, dude, do you want to go to a 2-year-old party?
Nope.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. You could have been like, it already passed. You'd be like, oh, I would love to go.
Oh, I would have loved to have gone. Why didn't you invite me?
Yeah,
That's
there
so
you go.
shitty, dude.
There
you
you
should
go.
have invited me. I'm
there
so
you
sad.
go. Play the game.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
fake it.
Fuck you, dude.
Those
I
are
didn't-
my important,
I
the
would
two
have gotten
most
them a
important
gift.
people to me.
I would have gotten him a gift.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
You're such a dick, man.
Yeah, there you go, snarky Johnny. Okay, so we get them Elmo cake,
Unbelievable.
right? They love it, dude. Elmo runs the world.
Isn't
bro.
Elmo kind of like a closeted sort of like satanic like?
Oh, I mean, have you watched
Vehicle, yeah.
Disney? I mean, watched Sesame Street
I'm
lately?
surprised you
I
let
have
that-
to turn it off. I go, okay, enough.
Why do you let that go though?
Because even Eddie Bravo talks about it. You have to blue pill when you're with your kids
Oh, really?
because you just have to let them enjoy life. They love Elmo. Dude, can you look up YouTube like sensory animals? Like, dude.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
My daughters love this baby techno. Like
Dude,
it's It's baby raving.
It's like they've figured out scientifically what stimulates kids. Kind of like they have that dog channel that's just like sounds and pictures that stimulate dogs.
Oh yeah, have you ever for those who don't have dogs, there are literally channels that get millions of views they shoot it in what they think the dog would see.
Yeah, it's like
Right?
colorblind dogs basically for what they see. Yeah.
Right? And it's like they hold down the camera and they walk around
It's
and
weird.
dogs don't give a shit
And it's
about
got
it.
weird sounds that repeat,
Yeah.
like little
Quick, quick,
kids
quick.
going like, "Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey."
yeah. Can you find the sensory stuff? Because
Yeah, I got like
my
fruit
kids,
and stuff. Is this what we're
Oh yeah, go.
kind of something like
Yeah.
this?
Oh yeah, dude. What's it called? Hey Bear. Hey Bear. Is it called Hey Bear?
Is
Go
this
down.
gonna get us a thing?
No, go down a little bit. Just see what's called. Oh, Hey Bear Sensory, dude. These guys are
Do you
crushing
think
it.
we're gonna get a thing. For
Well,
this?
don't play it. Just show it. It is just.
Yeah, but video they still.
All right, then stop it. Don't do it, dude. I'm telling you, bro.
Skip around a little bit. So
Okay.
it's just fruit bouncing around, and then I'm
To
gonna play
music.
I'm
It's
gonna play the
techno.
music for like a second.
Dude, most kids stuff. Like, dude, yeah, that's all it is.
Oh, and somebody's making a mint off of that.
And
You can
it's
believe
just
it.
kids rolling, tripping balls.
That's so funny.
They just trip balls, and they're like, it's like every scene from The Matrix when they're dancing. That's all that kids are doing.
My
They're
nephew,
all
dude,
raving.
all he wants is, hey, can I have your phone? And he takes it and he gets on YouTube like this and looks at sort of like there's
Naked
this guy-
yoga?
No, there's this guy that does parody songs and he just puts King Kong and Godzilla into the parody songs. Like, know what you know about being a big monkey, da 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 da. And he just watches it and like bobs his little head like this. He loves it, dude.
Parodies are killing it, dude. So what these kid shows will do is they'll take the same song and they'll just make different videos and get millions of views and just loop.
And
bro.
other kids making videos. Have you noticed that? It's like they'll have other little kids in them just doing random shit like swimming around and stuff, and they just love watching. But
and
it's
then
like
they
they
get
figured out a
money from that
loophole.
after you're playing their music. You get money from that.
I feel like they figured out some kind of like psychology behind what, and they
I'm
like
sure.
a cheat code.
I mean,
or something.
Sensory Hey Bear is crushing it, dude. Crushing it.
We got to get into that game, dude. Sam Tripoli channel. We
should come up with some songs for the kids. We should come up. So, anyways, Elmo, I don't know if you know this, but red dye in cake does not leave.
Does not leave you or the
It
cake.
stays on your hand. It stays on your hand.
How'd you find that one out?
The hard way. It got all over me. It got all over my kids. My daughter looked like she had a black eye from this redness in her eye. People were staring at me. So my friend Kevin Klein, who's from K-Rock, came with his kids. I'm like, okay, his kid's like 1 year older than mine in like a couple years. And we're like, please eat some cake. Please eat some cake. So he came over. And it was so funny. He's like, let's not go crazy. You don't want your mom to get mad. Men live in fear of their women. Men live in fear.
The truth, dude.
And it's like they ate the cake. They didn't get over it. He obviously raised wonderful children. But the whole time he's talking to me before they get to the cake, he's staring at my neck. And somehow my kids got frosting down my neck. Red fluff. So he literally goes, I thought you had gotten stabbed at some point. And you were just hanging. Because it looks, dude, it looks blood red.
That's funny.
Right? Just all over the place. So we want to get Ghost and Ninja 2 different gifts. You try to do it based on kids' their taste and stuff like that. Of course, you get a certain gift for Ninja. Ghost just wants it. It's their favorite gift, and nobody wants the other gift. And it's just, dude,
You got to get him the same thing, right?
Dana spent so much money on this birthday party, and these kids couldn't care less. They couldn't care less.
That's a mistake. Spend a lot of money.
No, but it makes you feel good. Johnny, when you have kids, and I know you're not pulling out, okay? I know you're not. You're just like, I'm in it, dude. Yeah. As a father, the highest high you can get is literally, dude, providing to your children.
Oh, dude, I love spoiling my nephew. Just my nephew,
it just makes you feel like, I am man.
He's just got a constant stream of shit getting delivered.
I am
to his house.
man.
You want to do these reviews?
I am man.
Time for your reviews. We read your reviews.
This is 5 stars from
Yeah, let's hear
JDMC
it.
19010. Sam speaking. When Sam says adaptogens, it sounds like he lost a sneeze. Love the show.
What do I say?
Adaptogens.
When do I say adaptogen?
I think it's in one of the ad reads for tinfoil.
Okay.
It's one of those ones that you had me read last time because
Okay.
you gave up on it. I don't know what losing a sneeze means though. Is that like
Adaptogen.
or like that?
I don't know. Thank you. Is it a 5-star review?
It is a 5-star.
Say whatever
review,
you want.
This is tinfoil hat. Glitter in the shitter says, seeing as I don't have a super heavy leg, as soon as I seen this, I ran to leave a 5-star comment. I cannot find Tinfoil Hat podcast on YouTube. What's up with that? Is this a deep state thing or what?
Yes, it is. Dude, it's how long do you think it's been off?
A year or more?
A year or more?
SamTripoli.com.
SamTripoli.com. Why don't you ever put Broken Sims on there or Punch Drunks?
I have to put Punch Drunks on there? I thought that was automatic.
I would like for Punch Drunk to go on there.
I thought it was automatically put on there, though.
No, you got to send it through CyberDuck.
Well, how does Cash Daddies get on there?
They send it through CyberDuck. Well, no, now that they haven't done it lately, it's not there.
I'm very confused about how that site works.
Okay, go on.
Best ADHD pod from
Thank you.
Folsey. Only podcast I can listen to in one sitting. Never know what's going to fly out of Sam's mouth.
Thank you.
I love when Sam is done and ready to bounce toward the end of the show.
I'm ready to go.
I feel his pain. Keep up the great work. I guess
I love it, dude. I'm sure they're going to love your story at airport where I interrupted you 1,000 times.
Oh, that story needed some interruption. It was almost. It hurt me telling that story again. It's almost like I lived it again. Joe from Pittsburgh says, "Great show. The great Johnny Woodard and his artistic and autistic adopted stepbrother Sam. Stepbrother. He's a little old to be my stepbrother. Sam Tripoli take on the mass media propaganda machine, exposing the crumbling of our society and the simulation."
You know, this is the Sports Center of the Apocalypse.
Great show, bro. Says K9. AZ boy, Arizona boy.
K9 AZ boy, Arizona boy.
Keep up the good work from K9 from Tucson. I know Sam is coming
K9
here
from
in March.
Tucson. Yeah, dude,
He's
gotta
gonna-
get where?
He's going to be there. He says, even though I can barely afford it, it's worth every penny.
Dude, you're gonna get rocked hard in your butt.
This is from Wagger Dog, a good soul. I'm a Sammy T cuddler. When Sam tells you he loves you at one of his shows, he means it. Johnny is the perfect Robin to Sam's Batman.
Oh, Johnny's upset you?
Yeah, Robin is a little femme for me.
Oh,
yeah.
you are
A
feminine.
little gay. I'm not feminine.
You totally
I
get
have
queenie when
so
you get angry,
much-
Johnny.
Yeah, but no, I get.
You get so
I'm an
queenie.
asshole. I become an asshole.
Yeah, queenie.
That's not.
What do queens like? Assholes. There you go.
You got me there. I can't deny that logic. Or is it the other way around? He says, I didn't get to that sentence till right now.
Ah,
I like that
well
better.
played. Well
You
played.
you just lost.
Johnny, your fucking Sam's gay propaganda seems to be spreading.
I will always support these new guys. Much love, boys. Thanks for your hard work. Come back to Soul Joel's soon.
All right, man. I would
Where's
love
Soul
to.
Joel's? Where's that?
That's in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Best idea you ever had. This is from May Day 27. I've been listening for a long time, like 2 years, which is probably too long. But when you all mentioned in a recent episode that Sam isn't your real boss and your actual boss told you to speed up dates, they were absolutely correct. But I would like to propose you all make up for the time saved with more time dedicated to roasting XG's Instagram page. Also, shout out to May, RJ, Carter, and this guy's getting a shout out in here. This lady's-
Dude, my mom
and
is
Cassie.
always like, this is my mother's hilarious. She'll be like, oh, your Aunt Susie, your Aunt Beth, she's in the hospital. Can you give her a shout out?
It's like we're on K-Rock or something. That's so funny.
This one goes out to Aunt Bethany. Get better soon.
Ron from Covington, Kentucky. Yeah, so he wants us to shit on XG's Instagram more.
Okay.
We'll get to that sometime.
That guy again, another dude wants to talk about Instagram.
Well, that last interview. I mean, that was his thing. He wants us to get on XG's Instagram and shit on him a little bit again. Decent Snow, he says. Logan, 1776, man. Been a long time tinfoil listener and love Broken Sim. My favorite podcast is Deep Waters. Listening to Brian take L's makes my day. You need to put an audio version of Tinfoil Hat on Rockfin. I don't like supporting Apple Podcasts if I have an alternative.
Well, you should support Apple Podcasts because that's the number that everybody goes by.
Yeah, and they aren't getting any money from that. I mean,
Yeah, and it's just like it is the one bastion of free speech for the most part.
yeah, RSS, man, it's open.
Right?
Just get another. If you don't want to support Apple Podcasts, get another podcast app. There are millions of them.
And listen, dude, listen. It's just like, I mean, like, yeah.
Okay, good point. This is from Commuter.
Dude, my show's rocked. I have none but bangers. Right? I mean, what's
that new one you have? Only Conspiracies? How is that different from Tinfoil is what I don't understand.
I just wanted to own the name Only Conspiracy so someone else can get. So I took.
I can guarantee you that nobody in a million fucking years was going to take that.
You never know.
By the way, I know this about Sam because I've been logged into his GoDaddy page before. Sam is the kingpin of registering domain names.
Yeah, I have
hundreds of them.
Hundreds, and they're always renewing.
How much money would you say is your outlay on?
A couple $100 a month, a year.
Really? Is that all? I think it's more than that.
Yeah, it's probably more than that.
Yeah, it's more.
I've let a couple go grudgingly.
I mean, everything like Opiate of the Asses. He's got every version of Opiate of the Asses. He's got that registered. .net, .com, .tv, .fuck you, .fuck me.
I don't want anyone to take
everything. This is female listener, 5 stars from Communter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello to Johnny and his sidekick Sammy. I'm one of the few female listeners. We do exist, I swear. I actually took my boyfriend to see Sam in Lombard. It is now a running joke between us because we took a photo with him after the show. He said my boyfriend looked familiar. I was super hammered, and for the rest of the night I kept saying how bummed I was because I was the quote real fan. We are seeing you again this March. I cannot wait for you to recognize him again. Also, I have super heavy legs too. I survived deep vein thrombosis 4 years ago and feel your pain. Much love to you both, and I hope to meet someday Johnny and his girlfriend also.
Yeah, Johnny, I am the face, super heavy legs, and I feel like, people are saying all the time how they finally feel like they have a community.
Johnny, lightning and thunder. Jay Light brings the heat. Sammy brings the meat. Party time.
Yeah.
Less meat than normal, though.
A little less meat.
That's from
Johnny. By the way, fun fact, lost weight, gained an inch on my dick. Go on.
They say every 10 pounds you get like a half inch or a quarter inch or something like that.
I've noticed my rod's a little longer.
That's a good feeling,
Which is weird because it's like, how come we never gain weight in our dick?
It sucks.
Why
like women gaining weight in their tits when they get bigger.
Yeah, why can't I'm gaining weight when I'm fat? Why can't I get a fat hog?
Did you feel like that I feel like in my 20s my dick got a little bit bigger.
My dick is like vibrator size.
But do you feel like yours got bigger in your 20s? I feel like mine got a little bit bigger in my 20s.
No, not at all.
There's a technique that guys, like some dudes I did a lot of reading.
What is it, breathing? Yeah, on dicks?
Yeah.
I'll get bigger dicks?
Yeah, and there's guys that get like a system of weights that you attach to your dick that just you wear it all the time in your pants, and it's just like slowly like gravity like pulling down on your dick, and it's supposed to make your dick longer, like a real thing, like a little bit.
I think dudes are like, Johnny, can I be honest with you? I just had 2 kids. I don't give a shit how big my dick is now.
Yeah, I got
my
over
job.
it. It bothered me when I was in like high school because I got an average size, slightly above average actually.
Why? How big's your dick, Johnny?
It's a little over 6 in that range.
A little over?
Just a smidge.
Oh, now you're big dicking me right now, bro?
No, I mean it's probably about the same as yours. Honestly,
I have 6 inches.
Yeah, and I mean
I've measured it since the beginning of time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Hey, but I feel like it used to be a little bit less.
Are you
and then in my
girthy,
20s,
bro?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
girthy?
a little bit. Yeah.
You got girth? I don't have any girth. I'm streamlined, dude.
But I would love to have just another. Like, how much money would you pay, like in your 20s, if you had the opportunity to say $5,000 for another inch?
I would have murdered somebody if they told me they could give me 3 inches on dick. They'd be like, I will kill somebody for you if you give me 3 inches of more dick.
I feel like my whole personality would have been different if I had 3 more
I always
inches
got
on dick.
told I got told they always, like, I knew a chick who used to just fuck monster dicks, and she fucked my dick, and then she was going to tell everybody she didn't think I had a big dick. And there's a couple girls that were like, oh, Tripoli doesn't have a big dick at the Comedy Store. And like, I didn't care because I was just banging left and right. And I just like, you guys have car trunks for pussies. That's why you're going around, because you got hatchback snatch. That's what you have, okay? And it's like because like there was this movement, right? To like where girls try to make guys feel bad about the size of their dicks.
Oh yeah,
and like I know a big name, I'm not gonna say name, supposedly has a pinky, for a dick,
that sucks.
and he just bangs all the time, and
Good for
nobody
him.
cares.
I'm writing
Because
that down
when-
so I can ask you later who it is. Yeah, like I got lucky a few times, I guess, in high school and later that I guess the girl didn't know me any better, and so she went around telling everybody that it was. And I found out from other people. I was like, so and so says you're really packed down there. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I'm not.
Did
I'm
you
not,
feel a lot of pressure then?
It was, yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
and
honestly.
so when a girl would hook up with you and you choke, would you see like a
Yeah, well, dude, part of me would. I mean, that was very much in my mind, and it kept me out of certain situations.
Do you hear
guaranteed.
that Pete Davidson says that's what the chick that told everybody he's got a big dick did to him? Like she
Fucked him over, you mean?
She purposely told everybody he's got a huge dick so that when they hook up with him, they would be like, oh, it's not that big.
Oh, that sucks.
And there's supposedly a comic out there that thinks he has a huge dick, and the girl's like, it's not that big.
That's
By the way, you know that's supposedly Shaq, right?
yeah, that's yeah. Nothing can look big on him though. I mean,
But you think how big he is at everything, he'd just have a
That's
fire
cruel.
hose, and
That's
supposedly he
cruel.
doesn't.
that's one of those things you can't talk about anymore. Is that black guys have bigger dicks? They do, but you can't. You're
No,
not
here's
allowed to
the
talk about it
thing.
anymore.
The problem is that like the guys in porn, like supposedly black guys' dicks, just are showers.
Okay,
They tend to be bigger, flaccid, right?
I'll take your word for that. I feel
What?
like we've hit our 5-minute limit on dick talk for this episode.
I mean, we're gonna lose sponsors.
yeah, we might. Yeah, I guess you're right.
All right, go on.
Broken Sim is fire in China. This is from Danny Rebel 33. Thanks, Sam and Johnny, for the show and all the hard work. I am praying for Sam and his family to heal his heavy leg syndrome.
Thank you, dude. It's about time, Johnny. God, you mocked me for a while, but little did you know that your mocking fueled a revolution.
You see, I stopped it because I didn't want to be seen to punch down. I don't want to be punching
Yeah,
down.
exactly. You were punching down.
Yeah. The atrocities will never be forgotten. Can't wait to see you in Tacoma next time.
We need more atrocities.
You should
dude.
go on Gavin McInnes' show. You guys have a lot in common, like Owen Benjamin and free speech. Proud of your boy, he says.
I
So
would
we
love
have
to. I
read
would
it.
love to have. I'd love to go on Gavin's show, and I'd love to have him on our show.
Well, I had heard that we might be booking him. Is that a thing?
Well, I would like to try. Yes, I have a
think
buddy
he's
who's
hilarious.
gonna put.
I think he's
I
so
think he's
fun.
great, and I love him because you know what? He punches Antifa people, and I
Yeah,
respect
and
that.
he got a fucking bad rap, dude. They fucking kneecapped that guy with bullshit, trying to make it like they were a hate group or something. Fuck. Gavin McInnes is a fucking hilarious guy, and he's a genius.
and he's got great
entertainer.
hair.
The best. Him and Steve Ranazizi should have like a hair off.
Like,
because,
dude, he has incredibly stunning hair.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm a big fan. He's also great at facial hair. I'm
Yeah,
envious
and
of
he's
that.
funny. And this is how funny he is
Very
because
funny.
he has been forced into this notion that he's alt-right, right?
Yeah, forced. for
Right?
sure. Yeah.
Like, because the spectrum changed on him.
He's a family
He's the
man.
same guy, but it's been so Dana, who
Right.
tends to lean more left, right, and like still watches CNN, MSNBC. Like she just can't get off that catnip, right? And I have to come home and like
It's the worst.
just grab the remote and be like, "You need help." Like I want to do an intervention on her. Be like, "You need to stop this. It's not good for you. This is
It's
not
bad,
good."
dude. Yeah, I can only watch that. It's almost like I'm doing opposition research. Just kind
I
of
can't
want to
even
see what
watch
the
it.
bullshit is.
Everything comes out of their mouth is such garbage.
I get so angry though.
But I put on Gavin McInnes, and she was laughing. She goes, "This guy's really funny."
he's talented, man. He's incredible.
Well, there's a reason why he's so big, because he's respected.
Is he doing well?
Yeah, I think he's
Is
doing.
he doing
really
his own thing now? Or is he still on compound?
I think he's doing his own thing.
Good for him. Two more. Wu Tang Hazy writes, the go-to for a good time. Definitely an enjoyable podcast. The blend of your guys' roles switch with Batman and Robin. You guys are a good team. Stay strong and stay at it. And then Sam is the best, says DLG 1202. Great podcast. Sam is always passionate and funny. 5 stars.
Thank you.
Those
Thank
are
you.
your reviews. Thank you for that. Leave a 5-star review on whatever app you're on. It does us a big favor. We got over 1,000. Now the next milestone is 2,000. Let's get there.
Damn, dog.
All
Damn.
right, we have 5 out of 5 stars. That's what we have on.
Damn, 5. Dude, don't jinx us, Johnny. Please. Please.
We got to keep the size of these things down.
What?
These voicemails, they got to be.
Yo, what's up, Big Sammy Trips? What's up, big genius boy Johnny? I'll make this quick and
Never
to
mind.
the point. I'm calling to 1, remind you of some ammo for your gun of knowledge, and 2, to give you a new deadly crate of ammo for
I
a
like
new
this
gun
guy.
of knowledge. I'm like you. Organized religion is a trap used to enslave people, but I use all the books of ancient religion and ancient societies as maps and tools to uncover our true reality and purpose. Next time somebody tries to bring the bullshit Jewish conspiracy to you and say it's all the elite Jews' fault, throw this at them. In the Bible it says, in multiple translations, King James Bible, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. New King James Bible version. Indeed, I will make those of the synagogue of Satan who say they are Jews and are not, but lie. Indeed, I will make them come and worship before your feet, and to know that I have loved you. This is Revelation 3:9. These people all hide behind Jewish names and the Jewish religion, but we know that the truth, the Bible just told us. They are dark brothers, members of the dark brotherhood, doing everything in their power to deceive humanity and divide its people, but do not believe them. Now, congratulations on your graduation to the Kabbalion. This book only finds those who are worthy and ready to receive that knowledge. Next, what you must read is the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, ancient tablets found in Egypt, written by the scribe god himself. Thoth.
I have the
We know
Emerald
Thoth to be
Tablets.
the son of Enki, the
This guy's
holder
got
of the
some-
serpent knowledge himself,
I love
which
this.
has been
I mean, he's doing
mistaken
a really
for the
good
quote,
job, like, not
reptilian,
stumbling over
but
words.
could not
We should-
further from the truth.
Should maybe get
We
him
are
to
the
do the
brotherhood
intro.
of light. These ancient writings will open doors in your head, Sam, that you did not know were there. It will connect so many dots for you and expand your knowledge greatly. But as you know, the more you know,
think
the
Sam
less
is
you
opening
know.
doors in his
These
head.
tablets tell you of the dark brothers and how they brought sacrifice to ancient man when the gods departed. They've been on this
guy needs
earth
a
for many
podcast.
ages. They
He
live
does?
among man as
He needs
shadows
a podcast,
with the
is what I'm
image
saying.
of man. Only when their glamour is lifted will you see their true image, serpent-headed. Now, Sam, that is all I will tell you. You must read these ancient, powerful, and important tablets for yourself. I love you, my brothers. Keep fighting and doing what you know to be right. Nothing bad can or will happen to you. See you in the heavens. David Z.
David Z. Crush that.
I like that guy.
I like him too. What was it? The ancient green emerald talents of
Thoth.
Thoth? Oh, look and see what if that book exists.
Well, I'm sure it exists. What are you saying? He's making shit up?
No, I mean because I'll buy it.
I thought
do
you
li-
said you had them already.
I sent my cousin Jade the Kabbalion, and I sent her. I sent her emerald tablets. I think I already have that one. Oh, that's it. Yeah, the Thoth emerald tablet. Okay, man, I gotta grab that shit.
Let's see what it says. What does Wikipedia say? The Emerald Tablet is a compact and cryptic hermetic text. It was highly regarded by Islamic and European alchemists as the foundation of their art. Though attributed to legendary Hellenistic figure Hermes something, the text of the Emerald Tablet first appears in a number of early medieval Arabic sources, the oldest of which dates to the late 8th or early 9th century. It was translated into Latin several times. Numerous interpretations and commentaries followed.
See, this is the shit that I love.
It's also widely popular in the 19th and 20th century among occultists and esotericists, among whom the expression "as above, so below" has become an oft-cited motto. That's a modern paraphrase of the second verse of the tablet.
I like it, dude. What's the emerald tablet?
Thoth. I hope that's the same one as the thing I just read. I'm not sure. It might be something different. I don't know. Okay.
All right, dude. I'm gonna read that
Okay,
shit.
this is a short one here. I like that guy said he was going to keep it
Hey,
brief.
Broken
That was like
Sim
3 minutes.
Hotline. This is Jeffrey Russell Richards. Did you get your airplane model? I sent an airplane model to you guys a couple months ago.
By the way, if you send something to me and through Sam,
Hope you
I won't
did.
get it. 'Cause
Again, this is
airplane
Jeffrey
model.
Russell Richards,
I was supposed to get
aspiring
some bowls
stand-up
from
comic.
a guy. Never
Give me
got
a
them
call
from
if you
Sam.
can. I'm at 562.
Whoa, no. We don't want your number, dude.
Yeah, dude. We want his
Don't
number.
leave your number in the.
Please
don't-
leave the number.
Yeah, but not for everybody else. My God.
My God. I like the number.
I love you guys. Sam Tripoli, Johnny Woodard, big fan of the show.
What's up, dude?
I watch, or I listen to Broken Sim and Tinfoil Hat with XG, all you guys. Think you guys are cool, super funny, way to push the truth out there. And yeah, so you're reaching Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm just outside Ann Arbor, kind of outside Detroit, right in the Motor City here.
Nice.
I like Michigan.
Anyway,
I'm going to be there for
That's
Memorial Day weekend.
I liked it there when I was there.
You like
to
there?
visit
Why don't
Chase.
you marry it? Boom!
Can't marry a state. Pretty simple.
This day you can marry
Hey
anything
guys,
you
my
want.
name's
Wait,
Sarah.
it's a lady.
I'm so
Shut
excited
up.
to leave this message and let you guys know how much I love the show. Appreciate you. Simulation for sure. I'm going to tell you about how I drive the same 26 miles every day. I'm a mail carrier. It is very repetitive. 6 days
Thank
a
you for
week.
your service.
Yeah. But I am blessed to get to see Yosemite,
Oh, that's
Half
cool.
Dome, El Capitan, parts of Cherry Valley, and right next to it.
Wow.
Anyway, Sam, you're totally right. Donnie, one day you'll realize
Yeah, Johnny.
smell is everything. You're going to get a smelly girlfriend. You're going to like that shit.
Yeah.
It's all about smell. One day
Thank-
I'm going to
Oh,
actually
she's
meet
talking
you,
about
Sam.
armpits,
I'm
Johnny.
going to smell those armpits.
Yeah, dog.
Thanks so much, you guys.
What's
Love
her
you.
name, Johnny?
Stay
Sarah.
safe.
That's Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah, for, joining me in the truth.
He didn't remember your name, Sarah, but
Well, because I was just so excited if someone finally is talking about what's really matters out there, Johnny.
smelling armpits.
And that is armpits.
All right.
Johnny, smell your girlfriend's armpits. You'll love it. You'll
Oh,
feel-
I've tried to do. She won't let me.
She
But
won't
I've
let
tried.
you smell her armpits?
No, she gets self-conscious about it if I try to do that.
Dude, the stinkier the better. That's more pheromones, bro.
Okay, good point.
Get in that.
Yo, man, this is Chris from Vegas. Dude, love the show. I was just wondering if you guys can do a segment or something on Tinfoil Hat about mermaids and the different dimensions.
Didn't we get into that one time?
I'm not afraid to talk about
but yeah,
mermaids.
Dude, I love the show. I've been following ever since they started Tinfoil Hat like 5 years ago. My cousin Arsis. Anyways, man, enjoy the show. Love you, Sam.
Thank you,
Love
dude.
you, Johnny.
Johnny. He had to
Anyways,
remember
dude,
your
take
name.
care. Later.
Johnny,
So
is that
rude.
weird? It's your show and he doesn't remember your name?
That's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
Um.
Last one, Johnny. Then I gotta go.
Okay, let's shut it. That one was really long.
Shut it down, shut it down. Shut it down, shut it down. Shut it down, shut it down.
Hold on, just a second. I'm
Shut. Dude, I'm trying to read about emeralds, bro. The emerald tablets, Johnny. Please.
You learning anything?
Yeah, I've learned that people like the Dirty Dance Havana Nights right now, okay? Why is it the forbidden dance, Johnny? What makes it so forbidden?
I have no idea.
Johnny, what's your favorite dance style?
Oh, Casper called. Do you want to hear Casper?
Yeah, let's hear Casper. Let's hear it. He can talk in his foreign accent. Do you think that was a better accent?
What is up, guys? This is your favorite Dane, Casper. in
What's
the
up, dude?
house.
I love Casper.
So seeing this is Johnny's show, I just wanted to
Thank you.
give a quick update on my sister's story. And
Casper hooked
the
up with
story
two
is
sisters.
that
Separate
the
times.
older sister now has a boyfriend.
Oh, interesting.
So that's completely fucking dead. And her friend, my friend,
They don't know about
it's
it, though.
just back to normal. Speak every day, and that's about it.
God.
So, Johnny, you will know what to say to Sam to explain this case. But I hope you have a great day. See you,
Dude,
buddy.
this guy
Bye.
has been ride or die for 10 years.
He's the best.
Casper is gold premium. He's getting
I would
all
love
the
to meet
sky
him.
miles.
We should go over there and just see that, dude.
Just go
drop in.
visit him
Yeah.
and then, hey, how's it going? And then we just sit there and we're like, oh,
I think you have to take a boat to get there. What happened? So this is crazy. I'll just do real quick. So, and I'm gonna get some of it wrong, but he has this girl that he's been best friends with forever, and he kind of likes her.
Yeah.
And she's never expressed anything like
Right.
that to him. Then one
Right.
night, he's there. She gets really shit faced, and he's annoyed, so he goes to bed. The girl gets into bed with him, and he's like freaking out, like, what the fuck? Starts making out with him. They hook up. Then this girl's hot sister is over with her at his place a couple days later or something. Shit face. Same story. He's like, oh, this is annoying. He goes to bed. The girl's hot sister gets in the bed with him, hooks up with him.
Yeah.
She's married.
Oh, shit.
And neither of them knows about it. He doesn't think anyway that they know about
Well,
it.
they probably know now since they listen to the show.
Well, they don't. I mean, they're in Denmark.
How do you know?
They're in Denmark.
Dude, we have a couple Denmark people.
Yeah,
listening.
no women though.
We probably just caused a lot of chaos. Okay.
Isn't that
First
wild?
of all, yeah, no, that's great.
Good for him, though. Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. And here's the thing about this, dude. You'll do it on the road, and you'll have like this road ass, right? That every time you come in town, she'll let you come over and hit it.
That's cool.
And yeah, it's great until they have a life, and then they meet somebody, and now they can't be your road ass anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
It sucks.
That's a pity. You want to do the news?
Yeah, you got Johnny. You got 13 minutes.
All right. Let's see. This is funny. This is from Newsweek. Tesla autopilot crashes into police car, hits cop as driver, quote, watches a movie. Newly released dashcam video showed a doctor's autopilot, a doctor, a guy you depend on for your health, is driving on autopilot, and he slams into a parked police vehicle while watching a movie on his phone.
I think that autopilot will work when everybody's on autopilot, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I hope it does, though, because I kind of want to...
It's like my opinion on Asian drivers. Have we talked about this?
Go on.
That they're really
Oh,
great
yeah.
drivers,
Yeah.
and we just fuck them up.
Newly released dashcam video shows another frightening
shit.
Tesla crash.
It
This
hit
time
that
in North
car
Carolina.
and pushed it into...
A Nash County
Damn.
Sheriff's Office patrol car is hit
Jesus.
by a Tesla going nearly 70
Why'd you have to be a
miles per
white
hour using
car
the
hitting
car's
a black cop?
autopilot
Going
mode
70.
in August of 2020. That patrol car hitting a sheriff's deputy before rolling down into a nearby ditch. Officials tell our Raleigh affiliate WRAL the driver, a doctor, was
He's
watching
got his scrubs
a
on.
movie on his phone.
I lived down for a minute.
This incident
Indian
just
guy.
one of 11 crashes the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating involving
Now, part of me thinks that this is orchestrated to
Go after Tesla.
go after Tesla.
Because
Yeah.
like Tesla, PayPal, all that's hurting right now.
Yeah.
Probably. You know, they were going after, I forget what Japanese car, but it was having all these problems with brakes. So they showed this guy that got in an accident. He's like, I just couldn't, the brakes wouldn't work. It kept going. Dana goes, she goes, oh my God, that guy walks like a stunt man.
Really?
Yeah. And
What
I
does that
watched
mean?
it. I go, you're totally right. They do. They have a certain way they walk, stunt guys.
Explain it.
Like it's just like, like they're like,
If you're kind of just listening at home and you can't get a visual on this, Sam is kind of walking like a gay cowboy.
not a gay cowboy, a cowboy that's about to shoot somebody at high noon.
Okay. He's like Cad Bane. And
It's not gay cowboy. Dude, there's nothing gay about killing
maybe
somebody.
maybe you're bringing the gay.
No,
and
you're looking for gay. You want to find gay.
I think the gay is
I'm
in you.
just being a cowboy who's about to go shoot somebody
You're
at high
imi-
noon.
This is from Ars Technica. Radio station snafu in Seattle bricks some Mazda infotainment systems. This is funny.
Howdy.
Some Mazda owners in Seattle area are stuck with a bricked infotainment system. Basically, and this is according to the Seattle Times, the problem began on January 30th. Mazdas from model year 2014 to 2017, when the cars were tuned to the local NPR station, got their infotainment system stuck on NPR. And they could not change it to anything else. They just had to listen to NPR
God, that's
only.
so funny. No matter how much they tried to turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah, nothing. They could do nothing. It was just you're on NPR and that's it. This is how they get their ratings, I think.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's like CNN in airports and senior citizen places. Yeah.
And here's the snag to fix it: $1,500 to fix this thing. So
So
if
what
you
would be
can
worse,
find this thing, to get fixed.
NPR or like Telemundo? Because you don't know what's being said. You're like, mama
See,
taco.
that would drive mama tacos. You always say mama tacos when you're
Yeah.
trying to pretend Spanish. That would I would rather hear
Si cuentas
NPR.
de tomatoes, mama tacos.
I would rather
And you'd
hear
that forever.
I'd rather hear NPR.
I mean, just because you know what they're saying, right?
Yeah, exactly. At least
But
I
if you
could-
if you had to be stuck on one channel, news television, would you rather watch CNN or Telemundo?
CNN.
I'd rather watch Telemundo.
By the way, rest in peace, Don Lemon. They're coming after him now. Some assault thing or something. What is
No,
it?
it's like the story's so
Inappropriate
dumb.
sex behavior or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, dude, you know that By the way, this is how
Allegedly.
you get rid of everybody. You make a sex scandal and they have to stand. Dude, they're just clipping everybody because they can't get ratings.
They want to get it. They want rollover, and these people have
They're like,
contracts,
yeah,
so they
it's
got to
like,
get them out.
Get rid of you for cause.
It's hilarious. This is a headline from Channel 6 WBRC. Man arrested for leaving flowers at fiance's grave. A man in Alabama is facing littering charges for putting a flower box next to his late fiance's grave. Winchester Hagens lost his fiancee, Hannah Ford, in a car crash in January 2021. According to WTVM, she died a month after he proposed. Even though she is gone, I had promised her I would never bring her cut flowers again. Anyway, she was the love of my life, the person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, he said. Hagens built a flower box filled with her favorite flowers and decorated it with pictures of the two of them and put it by her grave.
Yeah.
He spoke with the city to ask if he was able to place the flower box. The people of the city told me they don't enforce that unless a family member has asked for it to be removed. Hannah's father, Tom Ford, signed an arrest warrant to charge Hagens with littering. Hagen said he was never contacted by Ford before he was arrested. The officer came over and said, "Hey, Mr. Hagens, can you step out of the car? There's a warrant for your arrest." I said, "No, that's impossible. No way," Hagen said. Hagen said he would build 1,000 flower boxes if he had to for the love of his life.
And I would do.
Rest in peace, Meatloaf.
Rest in peace, Meatloaf.
That was a good song. Okay. This is just...
That dad's a dick, right?
Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah.
What do you think he's mad because
He probably has beef with the
No, he probably was like, I got to clean up all these pictures now.
Maybe. He's probably didn't like the guy, though. Mom handcuffed, jailed for letting, this is from Reason Magazine, letting 14-year-old babysit kids during COVID-19. When COVID-19 shut down her children's daycare in May of 2020, Melissa Henderson had to go to work, so she asked her 14-year-old daughter, Lindley, to babysit the 4 younger siblings. Oh, that's tough, 4 younger siblings. Lindley was engaged in remote learning when her youngest brother, 4-year-old Thaddeus, spied his friend outside and went over to play with him, 4 years old. It was about 10 or 15 minutes before Lindley realized he was missing. She guessed that he must be at his friend's house and went to fetch him. In the meantime, the friend's mom called the police. Now Henderson, a single mom in Blairsville, Georgia, is facing criminal reckless conduct charges for letting her 14-year-old babysit. This is the kind of situations you put people in when you don't let their kids go to school. These are working people, single moms. You know?
Like what's she supposed to do?
Unbelievable.
And where's the dad?
It's stupid. I don't know.
All right.
It's so the arresting. This is their excuse. The arresting officer, Deputy Sheriff Mark Pilot, wrote in his report that anything terrible could have happened to Thaddeus, including being kidnapped, run over, or, quote, bitten by a venomous snake.
Oh, come on, dude. Get out of here.
Okay, it didn't happen, though, did it? Oh, do you want to do end on the Chappelle thing, maybe?
Yeah, because I don't understand it.
Yeah, okay. This is just kind of interesting. Dave Chappelle gets chapped. This is from Deadline. Dave Chappelle gets chapped over Ohio affordable housing plan. An angry Dave Chappelle told his hometown council meeting Monday that he would not build 2 planned businesses in the area if they approved an ordinance that included dozens of affordable housing units. The meeting held Monday in Yellow Springs, Ohio, saw the ordinance defeated. I want to play the clip of Chappelle because it's kind of funny. He really gets into their ass in a very brief way.
Yeah, but I don't understand his position. He just doesn't want a bunch of...
Well, honestly, it sounds like he's kind of like the rich guy in this scenario who doesn't want affordable housing going up around where he lives. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what 100%. It seems like. 100%. Which I guess I get it. Here we go. Okay. By the way, I mean, if you're in this town, there's no way you're going against Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? He is... As much money as he brings to that place.
Can I go?
Can I go? Look how grumpy he is.
Can I go? Can you hear me?
Yes. He's mad.
Hi, I'm Dave Chappelle. I just want to say And Marianne, I can talk to you about this privately.
Do you ever wish you had your own brand like Chappelle, where you could wear just your own clothes and hats and stuff all the time?
I do wear my own clothes all the time.
That's what I was thinking. Do you wish you had like hats and stuff?
I
too?
wish I had fucking tracksuits.
Really?
Yeah.
You can make them.
I need to. Go on.
I don't know why the village council would be afraid of litigation from a $24 million a year company while they ekes out a $65 million a year company. I cannot believe you would make me audition for you. You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all. Thank you.
They don't even
He's
know.
just mad, dude. He's just
So
mad.
what is he saying? That they're not asking him to build the houses? And he wants to build the
He's
house?
saying that he can't believe that they were going to go forward with this affordable housing thing because they were afraid of being sued by this company that's worth, I guess, $24 million when his own company, which is worth $64 million, is willing to pull everything unless they get rid of this thing. So he's just saying, like, I'm the bigger guy. I got the bigger stick here. Why am I coming in having to even say this? You should just kill it without me having to do this.
So why doesn't he want that that housing?
Well, I'm gonna read the rest of this story here, and maybe it'll.
Can I ask you, what does Dave Chappelle think about the Joe Rogan situation?
I've been kind of waiting for him to pipe up.
Can you Google that?
Yeah, and
because I think it's very interesting that he hasn't said anything.
Yeah, me too. I'll read the rest of this, then I'll do that. The meeting held Monday in Yellow Springs saw the ordinance defeated, like we said. Chappelle reportedly is planning to develop a restaurant, the Firehouse Eatery it's called, and the comedy club called Live from YS. Both are under development in an old village firehouse, the Cincinnati Enquirer reported last year. The venues are going to sell food and alcohol and have indoor and outdoor seating. Everything's got to have outdoor seating. Documents posted by Yellow Springs Council show that the proposal angered Chappelle, and it was pitched as a way to reduce the cost of housing and allow workers for village services to live near their jobs. Chappelle's company, called Iron Table Holdings, LLC, bought the former Miami fire station in December 2020 as the site for the ventures. Yellow Springs is located near Dayton, just north of Cincinnati. Chappelle previously said he envisioned the restaurant and club as an intimate setting that will attract top and local talent. Chappelle did not say at the Monday meeting why he opposed the new development. However, an architect who has worked with him said that the planned development would serve those outside the village more than its residents. So there you go.
I'm still waiting.
He just said he's pulling his shit, basically. Okay, let's see. Chappelle Rogan. I haven't heard much from him on this. Let's see. I'm just going to search the news. It's funny. Someone's just posted, actually, 8 hours ago, something called Comedy Hype. Why is Chappelle silent about Rogan? Yeah, I don't see. There's not a word on it.
Guys, I
T-Pain weighed in and said, everybody knew this shit was happening.
Dude, what is this?
The way they took him out of context, though, with the N-word thing is just ridiculous.
Why is this here?
What do you got there?
That's so crazy that's there.
Tax documents or something?
No, that's some other shit.
I'm sure you left it there, let's be honest.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's crazy. And it's like...
What do you think of this thing? It's a little gross, but I'm glad it's happening. I know you participated in it. You don't want to be seen till like you're trying to clean out Rogan's asshole, but I love how everybody's kind of stood up and said, like, hey, listen, Rogan's a good dude. He's done nothing but help me. And there's just millions of people coming up with that, like, positive shit about Joe Rogan right now.
Here's the thing, dude. There's a lot going on here, right? So, first of all, you got a bunch of people who are like, oh my God, you're like sticking up for him. You just want him to help you, and that's all. I'm like, no, man. Joe Rogan helped me a lot. In particular, Joe Rogan helped me get back my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, when they took it down. You remember there was that time where it was just gone? He went to YouTube and said, give him back his fucking channel. This is bullshit censorship. So he has helped me when I needed it. So this notion that he wouldn't stick up for me, he has stuck up for me. Okay? Second of all, he said something really I thought was amazing because I personally didn't think he should have apologized. But he goes, dude, I apologize because I feel bad about it. I have the right to apologize when I feel bad about it. And you know what? I agree with him on that. If you feel bad, you should have the right to apologize. I think everyone thinks he's doing it to like to hold people off him, but he seems like he's generally like, I wish I hadn't done that.
No, he's not that because that's not pleasing anybody. Really, it's
Right.
not going to satisfy the people who want.
But don't you agree he has the right to apologize if he feels bad?
But what I'm saying is he's not clearly apologizing to appease them because it's not going to appease them.
No, it's not. They don't care about his apology.
Exactly.
He's doing it for his own fucking spiritual stuff, right? So I'm happy people are sticking up for him. It's not about Joe Rogan being huge. And like, I know that a lot of people are like, well, you should have stuck up for Owen. It was a different time, right? Like, we didn't think all this chaos was going on. You know? I mean, dude, they're going to try to get Joe off of Spotify. Like, that's huge.
Which they could be doing him a favor, honestly. Because they probably have to pay him to get rid of him.
It's not about just like, oh, I hope Joe gets me on his show. It's not that. It's just like, dude, enough is enough. You like political correctness has way too much fine print for anyone to take it serious.
Hypocrisy. It's too much hypocrisy. Yeah.
It is. You don't really care about the M word. You just use it when you don't like somebody to try to take them out.
I mean,
have them lose sponsorships, kick them off their platforms. That's what you really care about. Because if you really cared, you'd be calling out all these other people that do blackface. And I don't even give a shit about any of it. I don't. You've made it so it doesn't mean anything to me. Because you pick and choose where you apply everything to. That's it. When like David Portnoy, right?
Portnoy.
And the Midas Touch one, those guys are so full of shit. They're so full of shit. They're doing it all for clout. They're the super PAC. They're getting paid a lot of money to be fucking attack dogs, and they're acting like they're on this. They're doing it on principle. The only principle you care about is the principle of money that you're getting paid to do this, and you would fucking because they're like, we're the number one people in this fucking genre. You're like, you're not. Nobody's heard of you.
I'd never heard of them until they were affiliated with Rogan in the loosest way.
And dude, you announce that you're in a partnership. You literally talk about how you run certain parts of their businesses. Stop acting like they're a different entity.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And it's just like all these guys that say, we're talking about Shane Moss all the time, right? Shane Moss.
A guy who I always thought was really funny, honestly, and I'm so disappointed
Dude's a
by him.
fucking bootlicker,
He's obsessed.
brown shirt guy.
He's obsessed with
and
Rogan.
he's upset that he's on the wrong side of this.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this before. He's like the bad guy who's just falling down, just shooting his gun, just hoping he gets
falling to his death. Yeah,
dude, you're gonna be on the wrong side of history.
If
it's
you want to
coming.
see his string of just stupid tweets, it's Shane Moss, Mauss Moss. Go check it out on Twitter. He's just so dumb on this issue.
And dude, look at his Twitter. It says, "I talk to scientists," right? And then he's yelling at Joe Rogan because he talked to scientists. It's like Joe just fucking stole your milkshake.
This new narrative that I'm starting to hear is that these scientists that have come on the show and talk, denial or whatever you want to call it. I know I have to be careful with our words here. They're somehow hoodwinking Rogan. Like he's not sophisticated enough to understand what they're talking about. So they're kind of leading him by the nose. But Rogan is nobody's hoodwinking Joe Rogan. Believe me, he knows what's going on when he has somebody on his podcast.
Dude, the guy is like I said, calculated. He's purposeful. He knows everything he's doing. Dude, in the game of life, nobody's played the game better than Joe Rogan. Nobody's ever done it better.
Hard worker,
smart, how he operates.
Yeah.
The only person I put in that are the Segoras. They're up there. I mean, just in terms of just good people who work really smart. And like, I love the Segoras. They could do no wrong with me. I love Rogan. He could do no wrong with me. He's helped me more than anyone even understands. And even if he didn't, I would go to war for him. Just like I went to war for Shane Gillis or who I didn't know at the time, or fucking Melissa Villaseñor or Leslie Jones or like one time this critic was getting nasty with Fortune Finster, who is the nicest human being on the planet. Like literally the most likable person I've ever met in my life. She deserves everything she's getting. She's such a good person. She's such a good person. I defended her. We weren't even close at the time. We're cool now. Like, she's in her own world. I'm in my own world. Very cool. Love her. Stuck up for her when a critic was giving her shit. I stick up for comedians, even when I don't agree with them. Now, there's some people, like Aziz Ansari, when all of his shit was going on, I just stayed quiet. That's how I was nice to him. Because the guy treated people like shit for so long. You don't stand with us in the sunlight, you're alone in the dark. But when it comes to free speech, I'll stick up for anything, dude. Like, I'm not picking. It's like when it, and this I'll wrap it up. When it comes to like the government telling you what you can or cannot do with your body, I don't worry about what the discussion is. The government doesn't tell us what to do with our bodies. It does not.
It's principle.
It's like, I don't even get into the specifics. I don't want to hear your side and your specifics. I want to hear straight up. The government doesn't tell you what to do with your body. End of discussion. End of the show. This has been Broken Sim. Hope to see you guys in Vegas. Show. I think that sometimes the feedback is so great, and I go, did we have a good show? I don't even know. And you guys say nothing but nice things. Just know we try our hardest.
Till I get someplace where I can truly rest.